Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Team Fortress TV's coverage of ETF2L Premiership Season 28, and we're into playoffs for the first time of the season. My name is Cornpop, and joined tonight by Alba as my co-caster and Gemm on production. Alba, I'm here casting in European. It's my first time. I know you haven't done a ton of casting either, so we're in for a wild ride here in the first playoff match of Season 28. How excited are you?
I'm very excited for this game. It's going to be very interesting to see Lowpander after the long ride they've had with the Ubers stepping down from the team and Papi joining in. And Papi doing very well in the ESU Community Rumble there, where he did some pretty impressive stats against Froyo on Reckoner. So it's going to be interesting to see, at least on Reckoner.
Yeah, Reckoner's a map I know I'm not super familiar with, but I'm still excited to see how it plays. Our other maps tonight are going to be, I believe Prolands is the decider, and then the match in between them is going to be, what is it? Gullywash, yeah.
Yes.
So what do you think about those maps, Gullywash in particular, because Prolands we might not get to see. So what do you think about the first two maps? Think they lead any way, one way or the other?
I would like to believe that Reckoner is leaning in favor of Lowpander after the strong performance they had against Froyotech. But it's hard to say. Lego is definitely a strong team, so we'll have to see how it turns out. But for the first map, I believe in Lowpander.
All right, you're putting Lowpander for the first map. I guess I'll just shoot out the other prediction. I haven't seen Lego play too much. I've seen a lot of Lowpander just because they've been in more recent seasons, and they played at I-50 or I-61, which I obviously saw. So I kind of know their team a little bit better, but I know the Lego guys as well. It's a team that's been around for a long time, at least the name. I'm not sure how common the players have been throughout the iterations, but this should be a good map. I mean, it's second seed versus third seed, correct? The last time these teams played, it was a 4-2 for Lego, but that was all the way back in week 3. So, yeah, this one should be really, really good.
Definitely, a lot has happened since week 3, so it's going to be very refreshing to see these two teams go head to head once again.
And I don't know, I'm still on the server. I'm still trying to download these maps. So, do we have many players in, or are we still waiting for a bit?
Yeah, we have 12 players on the server.
Alright, so we do have some stats on screen now, I believe. Just kind of going head-to-head between the teams. We can go down rosters, though, as they are up on screen. I'll go over Lego. They're going to have CMD. Do we pronounce that Condom or CMD over here?
Condom.
Condom on Medic. Dr. Phil is on Demo Man. Josh and Demol are going to be soldiers, and Zenith and Sorax are your scouts.
Yes, over on the Lowpander side, we have, I believe we have Crayon playing Medic, since Martin had some issues with electricity. And then we have Hildreth on the demo. We have Papi on Pocket, then Mookie on Roamer, and then Mr. Epic and Funds on Scouts.
So we know a little bit about the player switch ups. You talked a bit about them already with Martin and some others, but is there any other big changes we see? Because I've heard Josh has been a big player on the team Lego. Are there any other big changes that we've seen from previous iterations of these teams coming into this season and these playoffs?
Yeah, in the beginning of the season, Ison was playing instead of Sorex, but I believe Sorex joined them for week 3. Yes, he did. So since week 3, Lego is playing with the same roster, except Demo, because I believe Drac is merking for Demo. Yeah, he is. So there's a few mercs in this game. So it will be very interesting to see how the teams can adapt with the mercs they have.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I think Drac is a name I certainly recognize. He played on 7 for a bit there, a long time, and he's obviously one of the best soldiers in the game. Do you think that's going to be still an upgrade for them, or is the lack of coordination, because you said he's merking, that means he's not generally on this roster, so is that lack of them being used to each other going to hurt them at all in this game?
I feel like Drac is a very flexible player. He should be able to fit in the role. But it's still going to be interesting to see how well he can perform in Demo's shoes.
Great. The head-to-head's currently on the field. It's Hildreth versus Dr. Phil. Who do you prefer in these demos? I mean, just looking at these stats, I haven't seen him play a whole lot, but it seems like Hildreth kind of has the edge in terms of 6. He's a little bit lower on DPM, but not by a lot. 2 extra average kills per map. I mean, they seem very, very even. Maybe slightly higher KD and KAD on the side of Hildreth as well.
Yeah, I would believe they're very evenly matched demo mans. So I think it's a very even head-to-head for sure.
And how big of a factor is demo man on Reckoner? Because some maps often lean one way or the other towards specific classes. Like for instance, Gullywash can be, or not Gullywash, sorry, Granary can be a very anti-scout map. What about Reckoner in this sense when we see the demo man soldiers and scouts as well? Who's kind of going to be more of an impact on both these teams?
I feel like, at least in my point of view, that the soldiers are very important on Reckoner, at least at the middle, and also the scouts, of course. But I don't think that demo has as big impact on this map as on example Gullywash.
Yeah, and Gullywash is our next map, so hopefully the demos will get their chance to shine still in this match. I'm just finishing getting into the server, so we should be going live pretty quick here.
Yeah, I heard a ready up sound, but it seems like the server has crashed. Everything is stopped for me here. Might be a pause, yeah. So 90 seconds in the future, we have a pause. So let's continue to talk a bit about the head-to-heads. Poppy have some pretty big shoes to fill in still from Ubers, and he's gonna go head-to-head with Josh, a very talented soldier, who's doing the main calling for Lego. So most likely having the team play around him. I believe Poppy is also doing the main calling for Lowpander. So it's an interesting head-to-head. And yeah, sorry.
I was just gonna ask because Poppy is not a name that I'm super familiar with. What's his experience playing, just in general in ETF2L?
He's been playing on the lower/mid side of Prem, but we actually have a middle to go in here. It's our first middle of the upper bracket round 1. As we see Hildreth shooting some stickies towards the Lego side. We see a big bomb coming in there from Drak, I believe. Gets on, it's actually Josh, gets a nice pick on Mr. Epic, but in return, Lowpander gets 2 picks. It's a 4v4 situation, and Drak is in onto Crayon and gets the pick there. Great pick. Now Lowpander gotta regroup with their medic and just keep him alive.
And it seems like that was a very dominant mid on the side of Lego. They did lose their medic, and there's still only 3 alive, but we see the one last soldier is just trying to survive in the back lines. Looks like he's going to be going back. I believe he's going back towards the enemy team's last, so we'll see what shenanigans Mookie is up to. He's going to find Josh and Condom, but he's still kind of just jumping around. Meanwhile, over in the middle, it seems like finally Lowpander are coming back to this point, and they're going to come around and take down Mookie.
Yeah, so we see even Ubers here for the teams. I believe Condom died pretty late there. I completely missed it. So let's see what Lego does here on the front foot. I believe we have another pause here.
Yeah, that's what it's seeming like. So a lot of pauses already in this match. I love it. Looks like, I mean, obviously it's kind of hard to say at this point, but off the initial mid-fight, it seems like Lego have the better end of this team, but there's still a lot of TF2 to be played. 65 to 60 Ubers, so more or less even there. Nobody's going to push off 5% ad. What do you expect is the play? Because I think it's probably on Lego to make a move in this situation once Ubers get up to 100%. Do you like a soldier bomb, a scout run in? What's your favorite way to push this?
I think what they will try to do is once they have got that Uber, they're gonna do some distraction with the team, maybe fake a push and then send the Drak in. That's what I would expect. But yeah, maybe Lowpander does something orthodox and goes for the force first.
True, yeah.
I believe what happened to Condom was that he was the one timing out. So I think that's how they lost their Uber.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, so that's pretty unfortunate indeed. As we still have a pause here.
Yeah, I mean, I know Lowpander, in my mind at least, they're kind of always labeled as the shenanigan team, the team that's going to do a bunch of unorthodox stuff with unlocks and also off class and stuff. Now I've heard they've toned back that a little bit since their early days, and obviously they formed into a very good team, both when using these shenanigans and not using them. So do you expect we'll see quite a bit from here? Do you expect us to see lots of off classes, banners, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, they will definitely run a lot of banners. I believe, or I know that Pape really likes those banners, so he will definitely be running banners. And I know Demo really like to run banners. I don't know if Drac will do that in his place. And I see Josh with a banner right as we speak. So both teams really like to play that banner. It's gonna be interesting. And regarding what you said earlier about Lowpander toning it down a bit, I think they used to run heavy to mid on this map on Reckoner. But since the nerf on both eviction notice, or the nerf on eviction notice, and yeah, I guess the nerf on GRU as well, they haven't really been utilizing the heavy as much.
I see. So that's kind of like an interesting way that the Valve balance changes have affected a lot of the unlocks, and is affecting the exact flow of the game, especially when it comes to a team like Lowpander, who like to do a lot of those kind of strats.
Yeah. But Lowpander still likes to utilize sniper to mid, and Mookie picking up the sniper rifle, very, very effective with the Machina.
Yeah, he's currently in spawn, so he might be looking to change right now. We're pushing towards a stalemate situation where both teams have Ubers, so I could see him going sniper in a situation like this.
Yeah, definitely. He's also very well known for going spy, so could be either one. It will be definitely interesting to see what he decides to do.
I think it's really important if you have like a known off class on your team that they can do both sniper and spy. Because if it's always one or the other, it can get a little bit predictable, and you can always change it up even if you're not super strong on one or the other. But when you're a good player on both sniper and spy, the team's always got to be wondering. And yeah, maybe eventually they'll see the sniper, but that first shot you get off as a sniper before you're seen, or that first decloak when you decloak as a spy, can be really, really powerful. And often those are the decloaks and shots that are going to get the kills that move the game forward.
Yeah, definitely. And we also have Mr. Epic, who's a very good sniper as well. So Lowpander having quite the off-classing capability within their team.
Would you say anything similar for Lego? Because I don't know their team too well, but most teams in TF2 at least have some sort of off-classer on their team who can do a little bit. Is there a specific off-classer on Lego?
Demo is a pretty good sniper and a spy as well for the Lego, but he's not here currently. And Drac filling in for his shoes. And I know Drac is running spy time to time and is pretty good at it, but I don't really feel like there's a really talented sniper in the current Lego setup with Drac on Roamer.
So I wonder if maybe that could have influenced the map pick and ban choices of Lowpander if they knew there's no strong sniper on the enemy team side, because obviously it's playoffs, so we do have map picks and bans. I'm not sure who picked which maps. Do you know that information?
I believe, this might be wrong, but I believe Lego picked Reckoner and Lowpander picked Gullywash. Gullywash being a bit more sniper friendly, so it could absolutely be the case.
Yeah, for sure. Gullywash is a very interesting map. It's one of my favorite maps to watch, honestly, just because you can do a lot of these sniper plays, and the mids are really fun too, so that'll be a good one to watch. We will be seeing that one for sure. And then Prolands obviously is the decider, which we may be seeing depending on how this match goes. I think we'll see a third map. These two teams are very even in skill, and I expect us to go to 3 maps.
Yeah, same here. Both teams are very, very close to each other. I think there was only 1 point separating them in the tables. So I'm expecting 3 maps here.
But as for this one, I mean, I would have to give it to whichever team chose the map, just because that has to be some sort of an advantage. They chose it for a reason. So if I had to give a prediction, I know we're kind of already into the match, but let me at least do this. I think that this one would be going in favor of Lego, assuming they did pick it, especially because it makes sense. Gullywash is definitely a more sniper-friendly map, but I just saw somebody move a little bit. We're still on pause, though.
Yeah, I believe they might have done a pause on pause to get their last player into the server.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will be going live here soon.
Hopefully. This is certainly fulfilling my expectations of what European TF2, as I've told, has been.
Yeah, it might be slow at times, but definitely not this slow.
No, no, of course. It's always fun to watch European TFT. I don't get to watch as much as I'd like, but here we are. We have unpaused, and we're good to go. Once again, LEGO are sitting on mid with Lowpander sitting on their second. So we're going to be spam exchange back and forth, waiting for somebody to go. Drac kind of poking on this left-hand side, but he's not going to commit to that, is he? He's going to get pretty low. Nah, he's fine.
So I actually see Mookie going in that lower area, bombing in. No one has spotted him yet. But he's coming up behind Sorex and Drac. Gets a nice frag onto Sorex. Manages to back up with so little HP. At the same time, the Uber for Lowpander has been popped here. And my HUD is a bit broken. Yeah, I believe Condom died.
No, the Condom's still alive, but LEGO used that as an opportunity to push in with their Uber charge. They popped that off. And it didn't really go their way at all. Lowpander managed to get a lot of frags in that fight. Now they've taken over the middle point. They're coming into the second point now as Lowpander seeming like they're going to get this one kind of for free. LEGO aren't really fighting around it, but they're still putting some pressure on it. Looks like they're backing off, though. They don't want to commit to this fight. Josh is sort of poking it, but it's going to be LEGO sitting on their last point as they wait for the aggression to come in. I still think it's even Uber charges from both medics, so they shouldn't be able to push right away into this last point, but LEGO just got completely steamrolled and lost a couple points there.
Yeah, LEGO having a small Uber advantage, but I believe it's a 20% Uber advantage, but nothing that they can push on, unfortunately. But they're looking to hold this lobby, I believe. Yeah, they're holding this lobby right here. So interesting hold coming out from LEGO.
And so this is where the second pause happens. This was Hildreth left and he's now back. So after this, we shouldn't see too many pauses for a while, I would hope, if all the players have their stuff figured out. But of course, it's TF2, anything can happen. We can see more pauses. Still going to be standing back and forth. Again, it looks like Mookie's going in a bit of a sneaky spot. Big jump in, but completely denied. Sorex gets the final frag on him. It's 6v5.
Josh hit a nice air shot onto Mookie, and then Sorex managed to clean him up. So good stuff there from the combo of LEGO. As we see Drac bombing in, but he gets quite denied, and he opts to go behind Lowpander. So let's see what kind of chaos he can create from behind the enemy lines. As we see Mookie in spawn has spotted Drac, and Drac is pretty weak. Mr. Epic managing to clean up that frag.
That was a good try by Drac. I really liked the adaptation there. When he saw the bomb wasn't going to work, he just switched to going in behind, and that's kind of the mark of a really good soldier, when you can make those smart decisions on the fly. So he didn't get anything in the end, but I still like that play. We'll see if there's any retaliation from Lowpander. It looks like Mr. Epic has come up on Sniper, so this is what you were talking about a little bit earlier. We'll see what he wants to be looking for. He's over on this left-hand side, and oh, he's taking some shots, but he was spotted out, so they are going to know there's a sniper on the field now.
Yeah, so he actually has his scope on Sen. Has to be careful, and I heard a banner being popped there. Don't know if by which solid that was. I believe it was from Josh going in for the force, but the Ubers gets traded. I don't know which medic it's slightly better for, since my HUD is a bit broken. But Lowpander opts to go back, losing funds as well. So man advantage, but a nice air shot from Josh, absolutely destroying Hildreth, and Josh is on the chase, but he have to go back with the damage he took.
That was a really interesting push out from LEGO. I liked it a lot. They popped that banner and they used the banner aggression with their Uber charge to be able to get in. But look at this aggression as they're still trying to get into this middle point. An absolute slobbering by the Lowpander team. They're getting a lot of damage down. They lost one player and they did a ton of damage, but it seems like they're not going to be able to hold on this middle point. Unfortunate for them, because there was a big bomb in there, but still the LEGO aggression has not stopped. They're over on the second point. Josh is eating quite a bit of damage, does get taken down, pistoled by Funds, and Funds gets the second one onto Zenith. He's been doing a great job here. I think Josh is waiting for that arrow, but Mr. Epic cleans up Drac as well. So only 3 alive on the side of LEGO. It might even be 2. No, 3. Sorex is in behind. He's looking to go do something sneaky here.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to go for the backup, and Reckoner is a known map for being pretty easy to back up since there's so many entrances, but Lowpander decides to go back and clean him up. So a good decision there for Lowpander, and they get the cap on middle as well. So let's see what they will try to do here with the man advantage.
Gonna be just spamming back and forth for now. Rocket shooting across the field. Believe it's even Ubers, if I'm not mistaken. So it could just be some sacks coming in, but Lowpander on this right-hand side. And actually, Mookie's all the way in, looking for Condom, but took a little bit too much damage. Zenith was able to take him down before he could cause any havoc. So that's the one-man ad being in favor of Lego now. If they retaliate, I expect them to. What's it going to be, though? It might be Josh, or they could just be Uber and over on this right-hand side. Their medic's pretty committed, and Condom does pop it off, but they drop Josh, and that's going to really hurt their Uber charge here. They did get the force out of Crown as well, so that's not going to be the end of the world. They're not going to get rolled all the way back, hopefully. Yeah, they're just going to choose to not fight that and sit back on their second.
Yeah, I believe they wanted to do an Uber trade, but unluckily Josh got caught out from the Uber there. Condom didn't manage to flash him, but we see Mr. Epic actually and Puppy going in here, getting a nice frag and funds as well on Sorex. So 2 nice frags for Lowpander as they're putting some pressure on the lobby area, and Lego is going back to lab. And a nice double air shot coming in from Dr. Phil onto Mookie. What a way to take a player out.
Dr. Phil follows up with another sticky kill on the Hildreth. This is how you defend a last point now, as they're pushing it all the way back. Lowpander sitting on their second, but with only 4 alive and no frags to retaliate, they're gonna have to be retreating even farther. Josh is getting some aggression now. He does get that frag onto Fun, so Lowpander running for their lives. Mookie was in. He did get Dr. Phil, but not quite anything else. He get taken down. A demo frag is really nice, but not quite the medic, so it's not going to be the end of the world for Lego.
See the push here again from the lower area with Josh and with Sen. The Uber has been forced so much earlier for Lego. Lowpander having much better Uber here as they look to clean off the scout there. And I hear a banner being popped as well. I believe it's by Josh. Yes, it is. Taking out Hildreth there on the back line. So this fight could go either way.
I think Lego are sort of getting the better of it. At least they're not losing too many players. It's 4-on-4 at the moment, so they're running across this point. Josh is going to jump, but watch out for Mookie in behind. It's focusing down Condom. Condom with a big surf is going to land safely. Soldier in on the enemy team. Track does get cleaned up there, so with that 1 death and no real frags for them, Lego are going to have to retreat after that post-fight.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting how that fight turned out. I would see both medics actually getting out there, but Lego has a nice Uber dance here. We see Mookie in, killing Zenith there as well. As we have a solid deep committed, but everyone for Lego just completely gets picked off there. It was looking so promising for Lego.
You would have blinked and you would have missed that entire collapse by Lego. There goes their last player. This is going to be the first round going in favor of Lowpander. It was so back and forth until that last fight where everybody just got completely killed, and yeah, it's going to be 1-0 going into the second round.
Yeah, it was all going down very quickly, and I believe Connor was very close to having that Uber. He must have been picked off just before getting that Uber. As we see another mid-fight, who will you follow to this one?
Well, it looks like Hildreth is getting here a bit faster than Dr. Phil. I still think they took the same route, so we'll see if that pays off for them at all in this mid-fight. Still spamming back and forth, and it looks like some aggression on the left-hand side from Lowpander. Sork's got pretty low, but look at Josh in with the big bomb. Could be focusing some players, but very low. Dr. Phil's the one connecting these pipes, though. Got 2 quick frags. Now they lose Josh, but still they're going even further. Dr. Phil gets a 3rd one on to Mr. Epic, and with those 3 big Demo Man frags, they're going to be pushing into the second point and not even letting up. Dr. Phil gets a 4th one onto Hildreth. He's still chasing Dr. Phil. Is he going to give it up? I don't think he's going to get any more, though. Backing off the second. Very good mid once again by Lego.
Yeah, it was very convincing. Dr. Phil hitting some nice pipes and good damage overall. And after the back of that, they were managed to clean up with a nice headshot coming in from Mr. Epic onto Dr. Phil. And the Uber has been popped here by Lego so early, and Lowpander just popped their Uber now. So they're going to be looking to chase down those frags. Let's see if they can get any. As it looks like they will be stopping their push here in lobby. But Funz is so aggressive in the lower area, getting some nice damage, but takes a lot in return.
That one headshot really decided that fight before it even happened. I mean, when you don't have a demo, it was kind of a risky push anyways. Going in, you had both medics were still alive. They lived through that middle point, so both medics were going to have Uber charge. I guess they just wanted to keep up with that momentum and try to get a fast second round. Unfortunately, the headshot came out and that kind of ended their aggression. What's important for Lego is they managed to keep every other player alive. You can see all 5 of them were able to back off, and now their demo man has respawned, so they're going to be poised to get back in once again. Now, Mookie is up on Spy, so they're going to be trying to make something happen on the defense and maybe get a drop on a Condom.
Yes, he's moving in here into the lobby area, but Uber has been forced here by Lego, so no impact from Mookie here, unless he managed to get a sneaky frag, but the sentry absolutely denies the entire push from Lego.
Once again, Dr. Phil just got sniped as soon as the push comes out. This is the second time that's happened. This time it was only a body shot, but still, when your demo man's dying at the very beginning of the push, that's not going to be good. But they do get the frag on Mr. Epic. Now, he was up on Scout, changed classes there, but now we see them pushing forward. Oh, they didn't even pop the Ubercharge forward. This is going to be very, very bad for LEGO now. They need to stay as many players alive as they possibly can. It looks like they're going to be doing a pretty good job of that. Josh is bombing in, keeping some pressure on the second point. I like that because most of Lowpander, didn't really commit to that second point. So now LEGO are going to be able to continue to hold on to it, despite losing a good couple players in that post-Uber fight. Yeah,
we see LEGO once again on that Uber advantage, and we also see Mr. Epic on that sniper as well. Been hitting some nice shots so far in this game. So let's see what he can do here to halt the push from LEGO. LEGO has the Uber now, and they actually managed to spam down the sentry already. So they're gonna be looking to go in here with the Uber. Dr. Phil so deep, gets the sentry, but don't get much else so far, and gets a lot of cap time here as some player trades going left, right here, and they get so much cap time and manage to pressure Lowpander off the cap to make it 1-1.
Yeah, as you said, that was really good point playing by LEGO. They got a lot of cap time really early because all of the Lowpanders ran into spawn. Lowpander did a good job at first of trying to get out of it and stopping that cap from being blocked off, but they just didn't have the DM in that fight and they ended up losing it. So tied 1-1. It's been a good game so far.
Absolutely. As we come into the third middle, I'm going to be seeing what Drac is doing here as he's coming in, spamming some rockets, not looking to do much as of yet. He gets pressured by Scout. Neither team wants to really commit to. As we see Josh with a big bomb takes out both Mr. Epic and Hildreth with the help of Drac, and Sen gets a nice fight on Mookie. So 4 versus 3 here for LEGO as Puppy is in behind, coming in at a toxic area. But he gets cleaned up by Sen, so Funz and Crayon looking to head back to last and build up that Uber.
That whole mid was just a really strong double soldier bomb by Drac and Josh. Perfectly coordinated. They got forward and got 2 quick frags, and after that it was kind of just all downhill. They had that kind of their last chance with the Scout in behind, but ultimately LEGO were able to clean that one up. So once again, Lowpander is sitting on their last point, and they've been here for the last few minutes. Josh is coming up on Spy. Is he just checking off classes though? I think that's all he's doing.
Yeah, he might be. So see, Mr. Epic once again on the sniper here. He's feeling confident tonight.
Yeah, he's always been kind of a passive sniper though. He's not really venturing out, and I kind of like that. It's the safe sniper play. Why not in this situation? Just sit back and spawn, and if their push comes in and you don't get any frags, you can just change back to Scout. Quick and easy, no real harm done. But it's on the side of LEGO to push in eventually. Mookie's up on Spy and he has pushed out. Now they're able to spam the gun before anything actually happens here, and they're gonna send Drac in because of that. Let's see if they can do anything. Oh, they sent Dr. Phil in again, but look at the sniper play. Once again, he's got Dr. Phil's number and always being able to kill him. Again, Drac trying to escape was not gonna happen for him. They got the Mookie Spy in the end. He didn't manage to get any frags, so double soldier bomb, or soldier and demo bomb even, didn't quite work out for LEGO. Good defense by Lowpander despite their spy play not exactly working out for them.
Yeah, and a very nice body shot coming out from Mon, or Mr. Epic, hitting Dr. Phil in the air as he's pretty aggressive. He gets taken out by Sen and Josh, and Uber has been forced here by LEGO. And a late pop here by Lowpander, so they're going to be looking to chase down those players, but a nice banner coming in from Josh. That will completely deny a lot of the damage, and Josh is in on the last point. He gets pressured by so many players here, but he managed to stay out for so long, and he gets so much cap time, and he gets it soaks up so much damage that the rest of LEGO can come in and clean up the frags.
So remember exactly when I said the sniper sitting back by spawn, you don't have a whole lot to lose. That's true, but the opposite is also true. When your sniper's pushed so far forward, if he doesn't hit a crazy shot and there's no team to protect him, he goes down, then it's a 5v6 and your team gets rolled. And so 2-1 as we're going to this next mid fight.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at Hildreth to this fight. Let's see what he can counter with for this one. See Dr. Phil pretty aggressively shooting stickers towards Hildreth and a Scout. But neither team committing very hard. Puppy is in the cargo area behind. And look at the pressure from Lowpander. Mookie is in on this pocket soldier from Josh. And at the back of that pressure, they got some frags as well. But we do see Zorix behind here in the lower area. But I believe Lowpander knows that he's behind. So he's gonna sneak up here and try to get something done. But they have spotted him.
Yeah, it's a really difficult position to be in if you're Storax, because everybody knows you're behind. They're all looking for you, and your team's not in a position to pressure at all. So he's opting just to stay back there and bide his time. This could work against him, though. If Lowpander just choose to like push in aggressively, which they probably will into last point, they could take this a fast, basically 5v6. Storax isn't even a factor if he waits the whole time, and it's big Uber advantage too. So that should be their plan. Looking at this last point, there we go, though. Crayon just dropped it to Dr. Phil, and that changes everything. Hillcrest goes down as well. Phil connecting these pipes exactly as he needs to. He's still fighting Mookie as well. He might hit another one. Storax does end up going down to the back lines. They managed to find him, but it doesn't even matter. There's still only 2 players alive on the side of Lowpander, as Mookie did die to Josh. So they're backing off of that middle point, and that's what happens when you drop your medic.
Yeah, Dr. Pill, as he's called, hitting some really nice pipes there onto Crayon, dropping his Uber. So Lowpander gonna find himself on the middle point here with a very big Uber disadvantage.
Uber disadvantage indeed. It's almost 90% from Condom, 30 coming out of Crayon, so that's a solid 60% advantage. That's certainly pushable. They're looking to come lower right as they're about to jump out here. Josh is going to initiate, making some space. They still haven't popped. They've gotten in pretty far. Mookie's in behind. They do have to worry about that. I'm not sure they know it yet, but they've already got Mr. Epic, and I don't even think they're going to have to pop for this. They trade 1 for 1. Storax ended up dying in that. Mookie's still in behind. He's taking a bit of damage, so I'm not sure if he's been spotted out. He's in 1v1 against Drak. Oh,
yeah, he got spotted by Drak there, and both...
No way! No way! Mookie just dropped Condom with the Market Gardener.
Yeah, Mookie is crazy consistent with those Market Gardeners. We saw it at ESU Community Rumble as well. It's just so consistent at hitting those shovels.
Oh boy, I thought he was spotted out. There's no way that he pulled out the Market Gardener. Jesus, that's gonna be 100% ad from Crayon, as they're gonna be coming right back into this middle point. They pick up the easy frag on a Storax. Pappy gets that one, and all of LEGO have to back off. They're running for their lives, as they're gonna have to give up this middle point. Condon has respawned. He's at 40%, but I don't think they're gonna be able to hold the second point.
Yeah, as Lowpander is moving in here on the second point, they're just gonna cap it off while LEGO is spamming it. They're not looking to sack either. I want to go back quickly to that Mookie play there. I believe Drak juggled him with a rocket, so he flew extra far and into Condom and hit a nice shovel on him. So we see the banner is being held here by Josh to counter the Uber from Lowpander, and the Uber has been forced here. It just takes a lot of damage. It's already taken out, but the counter Uber has been popped here by LEGO. Lowpander taking it a bit too slow, and LEGO had time to get that Uber.
Yeah, kind of strange that they let them get that all the way, but the fight's still not over yet. You can see Mookie's kind of getting aggressive on this right-hand side. They do lose Poppy, and now they're taking this entire right-hand side. They've gotten a lot of space, and they've gotten this high ground. They're going to use it to spam down onto LEGO. The scouts are in, trying to do some damage. They're just throwing all their spam towards the point. Josh is going to try his best, but Comdom's in a lot of trouble as well. They're all sort of separated, and they're losing the fight. Yeah, that's going to be it. Tied 2-2, a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, Mookie, such a good distraction coming in from him, just jumping in behind and then jumping back, and he turned around like pretty much all the heads of LEGO, and Lowpander was able to get so much spam in that they could just play it slow and play the numbers, and eventually got the cap.
Mid-fight number 5 coming out here. Dr. Phil gonna be spamming across the point. Looking to connect some more pipes, as he has been all game. Mookie's eating some spam, but it's going to be Mr. Epic who eats one of those pipes I was just talking about. But Mookie's in, looking for Condom, not getting anything. Zenith is able to deny that soldier. So already everything's going wrong for Lowpander. Josh gets a frag on funds as well, so there's only 3 players alive. They're going to get Crayon out though, so silver lining in that mid-fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Just such a convincing mid coming in for LEGO, just running forward and they keep chasing still. Hiller's got to be careful that doesn't get taken out. LEGO finally deciding to walk back, and we're gonna see Lowpander holding the last point here, and Mr. Epic once again on that sniper rifle.
Watch out for him. Mookie's on Spy as well, and he has left spawn, so it's this double off class they've been liking to do. But again, the Uber Charge is just going to come out on this left-hand side before any of the off classes can really do anything. Josh is doing a big bomb on this right-hand side, gets the frag on a Mookie, and a lot of damage can return, but here comes the pop of the Crayon, and this is now the danger zone for LEGO. They've got to get out. With Condom already going down, they committed way too hard. I'm not sure what the play was there. They should have known that the enemy team did have Uber charge. Getting so aggressive with their medic is probably a mistake from them. We'll see if they can keep the rest of their players alive. Storax isn't going to be able to survive that fight, and with only 2 alive, it looks like this is going to be Lowpander taking their second point back.
Yeah, I feel like Lego overall has a pretty good read on Lowpander. Maybe they were trying to go fast before Mookie could do anything on Spy. Mookie very well known for going Spy, so maybe it was a counter attempt. But we see Mookie aggressively in the cargo area, getting taken out by both soldiers, or actually only Drak. And they get some good damage of the funds as well, but he managed to stay alive. So a small Uber advantage coming out here for Lowpander on this second point, as Mookie is respawning here shortly.
It's about 20%. I'd be very surprised if they did anything with it. It's possible, but with the way they're positioned, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So Mookie's up on Spy once again. This is probably like his 4th time playing this class in this match already. There's only 8 minutes remaining, so somebody needs to get around the board. It's 2-2 tied at the moment, and Mookie's getting in behind. But look at this. Lego are just popping in on this left-hand side. This aggression. They're going to take the Uber exchange, and Dr. Phil gets backstabbed in the back lines. Finally, Mookie manages to connect by his target, and Condom's in a lot of trouble. There he goes, taken down by Poppy, and this is going really, really well for Lowpander. They're going to get Josh and Drak again, stabbed by Mookie in the back lines. Completely disconnected from the rest of the team, but he's still doing well. But look at that. Zenith at the end of that fight manages to get the frag on the Crayon. That's really important despite all of his team dying.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Crayon did a really nice surf because his whole team left him to chase down the frag onto Condom. But in the end he gets taken out there by a nice play from Sen. And we see Mookie still on the Spies, currently behind Lego. So let's see what he's gonna do. He's pistoling Condom right now. Just being annoying behind, trying to distract as much as possible. And there's some nice position here coming out from Lowpander. He gets a nice frag onto Dr. Phil. But Papi has gone down, as well as Mookie. So no soldiers for Lowpander. But they're putting some really good pressure and get some nice frags as well. But Hilris is gonna go down. But Lowpander looking to do some damage with both scouts. But in the end, they decide to run back to their second point and keep Crayon alive.
Mookie thankfully didn't get a third. If Mookie was able to get a third, I was just oof. That would have been pretty insane by the Spy play, but Condom was able to turn around right in the nick of time, not get stabbed at that time, so Mookie did die in that. Good for Lego. Now they've capped this middle point off. They ended up winning that fight, and they're still pushing into second. It is, again, even Uber charges. Lego likes to do this quite a bit. And over to the right-hand side, they drop Josh again, so Condom's forced to pop this Uber charge off. They've lost their pocket already. Can they do anything to salvage this fight? They lose Zenith. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. They've all backed off smartly. They don't want to lose any more than they've already lost, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to hold on to this middle point as they only have 4 alive here.
Yeah, Lowpander is walking in here. They're gonna try to just push Lego back and get the cap onto middle, as we see the situation finally stabilizing here with Lego back on their second.
Yep, so pretty much standard there. Now they have all their 6 players though, because they've respawned, and even Ubers on both sides, so we probably will see a bit of a stalemate, build up these Uber charges, and then we'll see people sack in. It's been a very fast-paced game so far, though. It's been very entertaining to watch, so I'm sure we won't have to sit for too long here. Already, we're not even 100% Uber charge, but there's a lot of spam going back and forth.
Yeah, I feel like Lowpander is always interesting to watch because they have so many different cards they can play. They have Mookie Spy, they have Mookie Sniper, as well as Mon Sniper to make something different happen. They also have just the meme spoons coming in from Mookie as well. So some good stuff there from Lowpander. But Lego, they're still standing strong. But I feel like in the pushes they do, Josh is overcommitting a bit and gets cleaned up before they can actually save him with the Uber.
Mookie just tried to bomb in there, but it was a really poor attempt. Sorax was able to take him down. We'll see if there's a retaliation from Lego. They look like they're looking on this left-hand side. Josh might be wanting to get aggressive, but everybody's kind of looking at him. They might be just accepting it and sitting back on their second. That's a valid play as well. But as you were saying with Josh getting caught out, I totally agree. I think there's some maybe disconnect going on between Josh and Condom because they really need to be coordinated more because that's twice now he's been dropped in the Uber charge, and both times they've ended up losing a fight because of it.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Josh got wet a bit since even his pocket scout, I believe it's Sen who's the pocket scout, is also further back with his medic. So they're definitely disconnected, as you say. But we do see Mookie on the Spy once again. Where's the Mookie? Yeah, it's Mookie on the spy class once again, as he's gonna be looking to uncloak here any second.
You can see Condom's turning around. I mean, they've got to expect it at this point. Maybe they don't know, but like at any given time, there's a solid chance Mookie's on spy. So you can see how much Condom's turning around. He's never standing still with his back in one position. Mookie's actually rotated around to this right-hand side, and maybe because of the Condom's vigilance, he's going to be going for Dr. Phil instead. Yep, that's the play, and he gets it. Perfectly executed. Zenith was able to spot him out, but not quite in time, and he gets that demo man frag. This is going to perfectly open up an opportunity for Lowpander.
Yeah, Mookie is so smart when it comes to the spy plays. He just notices that there's such a little chance of him actually getting Condom there, so he decides to go for Dr. Phil, who's a bit more alone than Condom. And nice airfight from Hildreth, absolutely destroying Drak. What a play.
Great, now we see Lowpander's right on this left-hand side, and Dr. Phil up near, pistol down by Fun, so Lowpander should have an easy opportunity to take the second point from them. All of LEGO have backed off onto their last point. They're not going to pop their recharge off. They don't want to fight this. They'll fight it on last instead.
Guess what? We have the Mookie spy once again, but Lowpander is opting to go for a suicide here, but Pappy gets cleaned up by Josh, but the HP is not great for Condom there as he gets pistoled a bit. Fans gets a nice pick onto Drak, who I believe was counter-sacking, but I want to see what Mookie wants to do here, because I'm not sure if LEGO expects a spy once again, but they're looking around a bit, so Mookie actually disguising in the middle of nowhere, and he gets spotted by Sen, so they managed to clean him up, but it's a 5 versus 5 here, so LEGO is not going to be able to do much here.
Yeah, they didn't Drak off that respawn, so they maybe could throw somebody in. It probably wouldn't be a great bomb, and it looks like most people on Lowpander are pretty far back, so I think you're correct. I don't think we're going to see anything. But, I mean, these spy plays for Mookie, he's not on spy anymore. He's switched back off to soldier, but they've kind of been working out for him. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I suppose. And spy seems to be not so broke. Obviously, it's not the most consistent play in the world, but I've been really impressed by how often he's able to make it work.
Yeah, he's really smart when it comes to decision making, which target he should go for. And I feel like because he's bringing it out so much, LEGO will be paranoid for the spy in every stalemate. But we see a nice banner coming in from Josh, and they're so aggressive with both soldiers. But Drak actually gets taken out, and the Uber gets forced here from LEGO as well as from Lowpander. LEGO is going to be looking to head back to their last. And it looks like Lowpander want to hit up the pressure here, as Mr. Epic actually gets taken out by a sticky trap from Dr. Phil. And Lowpander is opting to go back here.
It seems like Mookie's going to be doing a big bomb and on Condom, perfectly timed, gets taken out by Sorax in the end. But with that medic down, there's a lot of options opened up for Lowpander. They're only 4 alive, make that 3. Funds gets taken out by Sorax, who's still pushing forward. Poppy not in a great position either. Zenith takes them down. They do lose Josh, but they just lost too many players. That was looking really good for Lowpander. They had a lot of opportunities in that, but just bleeding too many players in the end of that means they're pushed all the way back to middle. Might get pushed even further, although they did get their 2 respawns, so it's going to be a little bit easier for them to hold on at this point, and LEGO don't look like they're pushing.
Mr. Epic, really good job there syncing up with his medic to escape, and they see a nice Uber advantage coming in from Lowpander. LEGO not even contesting second, just exchanging some spam here. So Lowpander looking to use that Uber advantage onto the last. But last time they were a bit too slow, but it looks like they're gonna go here. And Hildreth is bombing in, but it doesn't seem to be able to get much here. But they will get the sentry at least, and Josh as well. So Fun's playing the point here to try to bait the LEGO aggression. And look at Dr. Phil, he's so weak, and the soldiers from Lowpander are so aggressive. And I believe I heard a drop there as well from Condom, and it's only Fun's alive for Lowpander. And he gets cleaned up there by Drak and Sorax.
Very, very close at the end. It came down to a 1v2, but they didn't even cap it off. That's 2-2. Sorry. So they are going into a golden cap. Am I correct there?
Yep, you are definitely correct.
Ooh.
So for anyone who's watching and is not sure about the European rules, for golden caps, it's no time limit, and the first to cap the enemy's last point wins the map.
All right, so we could be, this is already exciting. I mean, we said this was going to be a close game. It's 2-2, golden cap to the first map, so this is exactly how is exactly matching our expectations as these two teams. They've been really, really good back and forth. Who would you give the edge to in this Golden Cap now that we've seen them play for 30 minutes?
I mean, it's such a close game. It could go either way. In the beginning, Lowpander had the pressure up and looked to be in the driving seat. But then Lego came back and they were in the driving seat for the middle of the game. And then Lowpander managed to come back in the end. So it could definitely go either way.
Yeah, it seems to me like Lego are maybe a bit more consistent in their plays. I feel like when Lowpander are getting rounds, they're kind of getting it because of these spy plays, and they're getting the rounds because of you know, just silly shenanigans. They're losing a lot of mids, I'm noticing as well. I think they won 1 out of 3 mids, Lowpander did. So that could be a factor coming into this Golden Cap. Of course, when it's only 1 round, the 1 mid means a lot. So if it's a fast one, that'll be really good. Lego have been playing really aggressively, I've noticed those as well. Maybe pushing when other teams wouldn't be, especially over in Europe. So it's interesting to see their playstyle come to terms. And I think a big part is Josh has to be more coordinated with their team. Josh and Connor specifically.
Absolutely, but he gets a lot of damage done. It's gonna be interesting to see how Lowpander changes up their middles here. Maybe they're opting to play a bit safe with their medic to run out in case it goes bad, or they might fully commit. It will be very interesting to see.
If I had to give a prediction here, I would probably give it to Lowpander, assuming they don't fall to any more spy shenanigans, because I feel like the spy play is kind of something that only works until it doesn't. But
I believe
we are
Lego
going live.
Yeah, so...
oh yes, sorry.
I'm going to be following... I believe I'm going to follow Dr. Phil to this middle. I want to see what he does in these middles. He's been causing a lot of damage onto Lowpander, so he's going to be rolling out the standard rollout here, shooting some stickers towards Hildreth. Not getting much done as of yet. Both teams playing a bit passive here, exchanging some damage. It's just a matter of time here before we see an aggressive soldier bomb from either side. But good pressure here from Lego coming in. Dr. Phil's so aggressive and dragging that under area, gets Hildreth. It's a great pick from him, but he gets traded off. But find ourselves in a 4v4 here, as both soldier gets picked off here from Lego. So not the same spam potential as Lowpander has, but they do have their demo alive. And the puppy is so weak, but it gets a nice direct onto Sorex, as well as Sen getting the frag onto Puppy there. So a 3 versus 3 on the mid fight, such a long mid fight. And the Uber gets forced here by Lowpander first, and Lego pops in return. I believe the Uber is a little bit better for Lego, but they're gonna be fading here. So as we see respawners coming in, and Dr. Phil and Sen both get cleaned up by the respawn from Lowpander, and they're looking so promising here for them. And the pistol from Fans absolutely denies Josh's jump, and Drake gets taken off as well.
Oh, Mr. Epic, he's chasing down Condom. He should be able to get this frag. It's a medic versus a scout. Mr. Epic, he's actually being fended off. Condom's gonna not necessarily win that fight. Doesn't get the frag, but stays alive miraculously. So good medic play by him. But now they're back on their last. So your medic staying alive is a good thing. They're not gonna be completely rolled back and lose this game. But still, Lego in a tough spot here. They've got to be a bit worried.
Yeah. I was talking about how Lowpander would react to the middles, and they changed it up, and they played a bit more defensive, and it actually worked out in their favor. It was a very long mid fight, but in the end they managed to get the frags with the respawner of Hildreth, and now they're going to be looking to spam down the sentry gun, and they get it as well. So the Uber has actually been forced here by Lowpander, and they get the counter pop as well of Lego, and they're going to be looking to pull back here and try to play it safe.
That's a strange push, and I think maybe they thought they had a bigger Uber charge advantage than they did. In reality, it was very, very small, and they ended up losing a player in that push. And Josh gets completely annihilated as he tries to jump in, but Drac isn't done yet. He's gotten so much damage down to Crayon. Can't find that last rocket, though. Still over on the other side, Poppy's chasing down Condom, and he's going to get the frag on a Zenith instead as he just runs into him, trying to save his medic. 3 down on the side of Lego, so they're in a bit of a tough spot. This could be a pushing opportunity for Lowpander if they want to just get in here, and they could secure the game. Dr. Phil's very low, being pressured by a scout. Doesn't look good for him. He dies. Now it's just Josh and Condom on this left-hand side, reconnecting with Zenith, but it's not going to be enough, and that is going to be Lowpander taking the match in this Golden Cap.
Yeah, Sorix not really staying together with Dr. Phil and Condom, pushing a bit aggressive onto funds, and unfortunately, Lowpander was just able to push through. And well, I say unfortunately, but it's fortunate for Lowpander and unfortunate for Lego, of course. It was a really nice dry push there coming in from Lowpander. After getting those frags, they were just able to keep it going onto the last point, and they got they got a good amount of cap time before the spawners came in.
Yeah, I think it all kind of boiled down to that middle point, as you were kind of talking about it earlier, but I like the way that Lowpander really slowed it down, and you could tell that it was an important mid for Lego, and they didn't want to get super aggressive and do any risky plays, and I think that kind of costed them the mid, and in the end costed them the game, because usually when they were finding success, it was because of these big aggressive plays they're doing on middle, and by the time respawns came in, I mean, you could tell Lego were struggling, so GG's from both sides, and we're going to be going on to Gullywash next. You want to look at some of these logs, though?
Absolutely. We see Josh in the top of the damage with the 10k damage, a nice 272 damage per minute. But look at the damage he's taking, 10k. He's taking so much damage. And he gets a lot of heals as well. If you look at the Dr. Phil's heals, he's getting way less heals than Hildreth. But Dr. Phil is able to get so much done with his heals anyways.
Yeah, Josh is seemingly kind of always in the front lines, and I certainly noticed that during the game as well. Taking a lot of damage, soaking up a lot of heals. He's doing a lot of damage too. I mean, but there's only 2 players actually above 200 in this game, Poppy and Josh. So good on them. It seemed like it was a bit of a slow back and forth. I mean, it wasn't even that slow of a game, but still kind of low damage numbers across the board. So, that doesn't mean any specific player did poorly in that sense. Top fragging was Funds. I did notice him getting quite a few frags in that. Good job chasing down players on the enemy team. But yeah, no, I would say Josh did a decent job there despite soaking up quite a few heals.
Yeah, Fun's being a very, very good scout, and is way above the other scouts, both in, not way above, but he's definitely above in both damage and frags, and he didn't die a lot either, so good game by Fun's there. And something that I want to bring up is that if you look at the flank as well as the pocket scout of Lego, they're way below in the damage area. If you compare to the rest of the Lowpander team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Zenith was kind of picking that up. 19 frags is pretty good, but still 138 damage is really not where you want to be on any class, except maybe Medic. So, that's a little bit bad for him. Of course, Scouts maybe damage is a little less important, but certainly Storax is not really going to be happy with that stat line. And of course, you can't completely read into stats for performance issues, but still 13 frags, 10 deaths, and 125 damage. A little bit low impact.
Yeah, definitely. Sorix is a good scout, and unfortunately, he's not been able to show it this game. Maybe his Reckoner is not his map. And if you look at the heals here, you see Josh on the 30%, almost 10k heals. So a lot of healing going on to Josh.
Yeah, quite a bit for sure, especially when you look at the enemy team's pocket. I mean, Poppy's only soaking up 21. Hildreth is even taking more heals, 26, but that 30% is a big number for one player on your team. And yeah, he's doing some damage with it, but I just wonder if maybe it's too much.
Yeah, I feel like the way the Lowpander plays, if you look at the healing of the both scouts, they both have 20%. Meanwhile, on the Lego side, Sen has 22% and Sorix has 13. So Lowpander scouts playing a bit more with the medic together, and I know that Papi likes to be quite aggressive as a pocket soldier. He used to play roaming soldier, and then he swapped to pocket soldier. So he still has those roamer genes inside him.
And you can see the frags by zone, and I think what's really important is you look at that mid fight. It did seem like Lego were winning a lot of those mid fights, and I think a couple of times it came down specifically just to Dr. Phil and crazy pipes and great stickies as well, doing a lot of damage for his team. I mean, his stats were just fantastically amazing, standout, perfect, but you could tell when he was playing, Dr. Phil was a big, big player for Lego. And then, of course, just sort of standard here. Lowpander ended up winning. It's very close in almost every zone. You can see For red team's second, it was 16 to 15 frags back and forth. So very close game as we're getting ready to come into Gullywash.
Yeah, so Gullywash definitely interesting. Last time they played it, it was very even, and I believe Lowpander won it on a golden cap in a 5-4 scenario. So this map could definitely go either way. So I'm very interested to see how this map turns out. Hopefully Lego gets this map, so we get to see a third map. The first map, Reckoner, was such an interesting game, and I just want more.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to stop watching these two teams play TF2 for the next few hours, but eventually we have to crown a winner, and it could be after this game if Lowpander are able to win it. Now, as we said, we're pretty sure that Lowpander did pick this map, which means they just won on the enemy team's map. That could be a little bit worrying if you're Lego. Because obviously losing your own map, maybe that was one you're a little more confident on. As we've spoken a bit about earlier, this is more of a sniper-friendly map, so if Mookie can go hard on that class, we saw him going hard on Spy, I'm sure he can turn it up just as well on Sniper.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how Lowpander will play with the one map advantage they have, as well as seeing how Lego will play with the disadvantage that they have. I mainly want to see if Lowpander goes for maybe some more daring plays, maybe goes a bit deeper. It will definitely be interesting to see, and I want to see what Lego does in order to maybe catch Lowpander off guard.
Well, it seems like we're going live here. So once again, this is ETF2L Season 28 Premiership, first round of playoffs. It is Lowpander taking on the Lego team as we're going on the second map. Lowpander did take that first map on a golden cap, as Hildreth and Dr. Phil are going to be achieving this mid. Both ended up going choke in this rollout. Trying to get some damage down. Hildreth taking quite a bit early, and look at this aggression into Big Door. Lego going to go super aggressive, get Mookie and Mr. Epic. They thought that those off classes would be there, and they were completely correct. Now Funds is a little bit caught out still here on mid. They're fighting on second already. Josh managed to get the frag on a Hildreth, ended up trading his life for that, but Sorok still fighting Poppy and Crayon over here. That's not really a fight he's going to win. But the rest of his team is coming in now, and he's doing a good job staying alive. Fun's still alive in that backline, though. Don't forget about him.
Yeah, Fun's is definitely able to make stuff happen. And as I was about to say, oh, we actually have a push in here from a deep bomb here from Mookie coming in, and the Uber has been forced here by Lego, and Lowpander just got their Uber now. So interesting stuff there. Something I wanted to bring out in the mid fight there was that Lowpander is well known for doing this kind of middles with a sniper and a heavy on this on Gullywash. But let's see what Lowpander does with their Uber here.
Ooh, looks like Fun's gonna get taken down. I thought it was Josh, but no, it's Dr. Phil hitting the clean pipe from down below. Josh in a lot of trouble now, is gonna get taken down at the end by Mr. Epic, so that's one pick on both sides, a 5v5 at the moment. We'll see what ends up going down. Condom only at 70%, and it's gonna be a bomb-in from Drac. Gets that force off on a Crayon. Really well done. He does die for it, but got exactly what he wanted to get. Dr. Phil pressured by the scout. Really good job by Mr. Epic, but now they're having to back off. That Uber charge is going to be fading, and Condom's going to be able to save the rest of his players. So still 4 alive on the Lego team, and they look like they're about to go out. It's 100% Uber charge. They pop it off, couldn't get as much frags as they can manage to find. Poppy goes down, and they're still chasing Hildreth here. Hildreth shouldn't live through this. Does go down by Josh. There are a couple of blue players still on the second point, though, and they're fighting here. They're looking to get some frags. They haven't gotten anything just yet. Condom and Zenith have come back to scare them off. They're fighting on middle point. Zork's gonna get the frag on a Mookie. Dr. Phil does get taken down by Funds, though, and Fun's still alive in that back lines.
Lego is looking to go last here as well, but Josh has taken a lot of damage, and we see a heavy coming from Mr. Epic, denying the cap, but he gets cleaned off, and the cap goes in favor of Lego. 1-0 here on Gullywash, the second map.
I was kind of worried after that golden cap that maybe we'd see the aggression slow down from Lego, but certainly that didn't happen. They did a really good job that whole first round, keeping up the aggression, and we'll see if they can counter this mid-fight same way they did last time.
Yeah, I want to see what Dr. Phil does on this mid-fight, as he's putting some stickies on where the scouts are jumping up on the ledge. So we do see Mookie in the on the drop down, putting a lot of distraction, gets the frag onto... It was actually Poppy getting the frag to Josh. So 5v5 scenario here as Funds gets to pick onto Drag and Sen gets Hildreth. So no demo on the side of Lowpander, and it's a 4v4. We see Poppy deep behind the enemy lines, gets a lot of damage on Condom. He's so weak, but he's just juking around those crates, and he managed to go back for the health pack. But the Lowpander scout managed to get Dr. Phil, but not much else happening right here as Lego has won the middle and Lowpander is heading back.
Oh, I don't know how Condom survived that middle, but somehow he was doing great juking and driving around those boxes. They're fighting over here in this choke though, and Condom's gonna pop that Uber charge off, pushing forward. The response does come out of Crayon. Big air shot from Josh on Mookie. That's gonna be a great one from them, coming back into this middle point with this one frag advantage. Now they're not gonna continue getting aggressive, but they're rotating over towards Big Door, and this is their play here. They want to try to cut off the Lowpander players. Now it seems like most of them are going up top, but not all of them. They lose Josh here, and that's maybe that more disconnect. We're talking about Zenith and Dr. Phil all going down. Condom's in a lot of trouble being chased down by Funds, and I'm not sure he's going to survive this one. Looks like, oh, he gets the soft. Condom finds the frag onto the scout player there, and he's going to somehow survive. Condom's been doing a lot of work despite his entire team dying in this round.
Yeah, definitely. As we saw in that second area, Puppy hit a really nice air shot onto Josh, and then hit a really nice direct onto Dr. Phil as well. So I feel like that was the difference maker for Lowpander. Otherwise, it could have been way more convincing for Lego. But we do see Hilrith alone here in the choke area. Gets a lot of damage onto Josh. He's so weak. Hilrith managed to escape as well as Lego is pushing in here on the second point. And Lowpander opts to go back onto their last point.
Somehow Mookie's gotten behind. I didn't see that, but he's definitely back there. So we'll see what he ends up doing. I don't know that Lego know he's back there either, but he's over on second point. Meanwhile, they're getting poised to push into last. We do see some off classes, Heavy and Engineer, coming out of Lowpander. There is that level 1 Sentry Gun gets taken down very, very early. Mookie finally going to be coming to this fight over through River, but the pop has already come out on the side of Lego, and they're getting some good damage down, but they lose Thorax. A lot of players over on point. Everybody just kind of clumped up. We'll see who can manage to get the better of this. Crayon does end up going down. Mr. Epic does die in secret as well, and that's going to be better DM coming out of Lego. They're going to make it 2-0 very fast in this first map. Or second map even, sorry.
Yeah, Mookie heading very far behind, was on all the way back on middle, and he didn't manage to come back in time for the push of Lego. And Lego with the Uber advantage managed to clean the frags there. So good stuff from Lego, 2-0 up already after only 5 minutes. So very convincing from Lego.
Now we'll see what the play is. We see a lot of different plays coming out of Lowpander, but opting for no off classes, and they're all kind of going up this right-hand side. Big ball, but there's so many soldiers off, getting a lot of damage down to them. They didn't find the frag onto Cran, though, and that's what they were looking for. There we go. Okay, finally doing a lot of good damage down. They've gotten 3 frags already. Lego looking to be in control of this midpoint once again. Funds is in a bit of trouble here, being sandwiched by 2 players. Draken behind does get that frag on him. Cran and Mr. Epic have managed to sneak their way out, though. I didn't think they'd actually be able to do that. They were pretty far in behind the enemy team, but they've done it, and once again, they're sitting back on their last.
Yeah, I can't believe Crayon survived that. He just juked around and just managed to escape both soldier aggression from Lego, and he was standing alone in the choke area. All of Lowpander believed he would die, but when Mr. Epic realized that, hey, Crayon is actually surviving, he ran and picked him up, and they managed to run all the way back to last to keep that Uber. So a very nice play from Crayon. As you see, Mookie pretty aggressively here on the top. He gets cleaned off by Zenith. We see all the players from Lowpander being pretty aggressive, and they're gonna opt to head back here with the one-man disadvantage. We see Papi on the banner here. Interesting to notice, he has the exact same loadout as Uber's, but the Uber has been forced here by Condom. And a really late pop from Lowpander, so good stuff there, and it gets the pick onto Condom as well. So really good stuff from Lowpander, stopping that push.
Yeah, that's what I like to call a disaster Uber. Nothing went right for Lego in that. They popped in, they got juggled at the door, and then they lost their medic right after it faded. It was much better on the side of Crayon too, so they didn't really lose too many players, which is good for them. But we'll see if they end up being able to hold on Spittle Point. It doesn't look like Lowpander want to get super aggressive, but here comes the banner that was just blown off. I'm not sure who that was by. It was by Josh, yeah. So here they come, not wanting to give up this point just yet. They get the frag on a Hilldrift, and they're already running into the last. You see Lowpander have to retreat back here. They're going to get the frag on a Sorax, which is good for them. Condom a little bit alone, finds Dr. Phil over in the secret area, but does get taken down by Funds in the end. So this is looking pretty good for the defensive team, but they still only got 3 alive. It's a 3-on-3 at the moment. Battling back and forth. Crayon's still alive. They'd like to get the frag on him, take those heals down, but they're all over the point, and it looks like they're not going to be able to get to that point in time. The respawners 3-0. LEGO are just dominating this map.
Yeah, Drake doing a really smart play there, going into water while other people from Lowpander were fighting in front of the point, and he just sneaked up behind and they juggled people around so they couldn't block the point. It was looking so promising for Lowpander with both scouts cleaning up a lot of frags there, but they didn't manage to defend it in the end. So good stuff from coming in from LEGO here, looking to take this map.
Sticking with that standard lineup for this middle point, Lowpander R. Drax seems like he's a bit caught out. Mr. Epic did expect that. He was able to find that soldier who flanked in behind, but it looks like this might be going in favor of Lowpander. We're going to get the frag on Josh, and already Zenith and Zorax are very low. In fact, everybody except for Condom is very, very low. Dr. Phil hits a pipe onto Poppy, but it doesn't matter. They're all getting so clobbered on. It's only Zorax with 9 HP in behind the enemy team, so finally Lowpander are finding their footing.
Yeah, Poppy doing such a good play there, just chilling behind in choke area there, and it took a while for LEGO to clean him off, but Dr. Phil hit a nice pipe onto Poppy, but by the time they cleaned off Poppy, Hilrith was there to just put so much damage into that choke area and pick both Condom and Dr. Phil. So Uber Advantage coming in here from Lowpander. Let's see where they take it.
Zorax is in behind, but he kind of needs to go fast. As you said, that Uber advantage, Lowpander are going to look to push as soon as they can. They're going in through river. It's a 3-person Uber with a medic, demo, and scout running forward. They're going to be focused on this heavy, but he gets him to spawn just in time. Zen is able to switch off that class and get that respawn. Mookie's going to end up going down again. They get the frag on Josh, which is nice by them. Spamming some stickies down to the point. It's been a good defense so far, but look at that big rocket coming out of Poppy. Crown doesn't get one as well on a Funds. Mr. Epic doesn't end up dying now, and there's going to be a 3-on-3 fighting on this last point. Big bomb in by Drak, going to be trying to focus down Hildreth. Hildreth's in a bit of a tough spot, but look at this big bomb by Poppy. Good job getting onto Condom. Now he has to deal with Dr. Phil and Drak, but he's going to get these frags. Hildreth's on that point, and that's going to be enough to cap it off. There's so many times where I thought that it was going to be a successful defense, but somehow they get it.
Crayon hit an insane arrow on Poppy, so he managed to stay alive and pick the solid there as well. I believe it was Josh. So Crayon absolutely winning that last push there for Lowpander with that save onto Poppy.
Question is the momentum shift going to be enough to bring it back for Lowpander? This mid's going to be very telling of how the rest of the game is going to go. Mookie's going to take a lot of damage really early, taken down by Zenith. That's not good for the team that's currently down. Drak thrown way up into the air though, doing some good surfs, gets a frag anyways as he falls down. Josh ends up cleaning up on that one, and still Mr. Epic is trying to fight in here. Does get the frag on demo, and that's great by him, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to survive on this. Barely lose that 1v1 against Zorax. Help from Zenith coming in on that mid, but it looks like it's only going to be Zenith alive as Hildreth gets that last frag on a Zorax, so they just barely win that mid.
Yeah, it was looking pretty interesting. Drak hitting a really nice rocket onto Funds as Funds was trying to deny him from entering their choke area there in midair. So very interesting stuff here going on.
Yeah, we do have a pause at the moment, so kind of interesting spot to be stopping at. Zenith the only player alive on the side of LEGO, so I would expect to see Lowpander push in and get this middle point despite losing it. So despite them again losing that midpoint, it's not the worst thing in the world. They kept their medic alive, so they're going to be big Uber advantage. I'm not sure what Condom's respawn time is right now, but it's going to be at least 70%, probably upwards towards 80-90, so this isn't too bad, honestly, for Lowpander. Despite them losing that mid, they're in a good position to get their second round of this map.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that I want to bring up is that it doesn't seem like Mookie is having a great time so far on Gullywash. Only sitting on 6 points here after 10 minutes, I believe. So let's see if Mookie can wake up here as we get into the later half of the game.
Absolutely, and I wanted to talk about this a bit earlier, but there's been so much action going on. You saw in that very first mid fight of the game, Lowpander tried this mid that they like to do with a sniper and a heavy running it to midpoint. And it was so perfectly predicted and countered by the LEGO squad that they never tried it again. You can see every other mid since then. Lowpander have been playing with all 6 standard classes, so that's kind of an interesting way that you're adapting to your enemy team. You could tell that LEGO's been prepping for this match. They've been researching the enemy team. They know that these strats are going to come out, and looks like our pause is going to be over.
These teams are definitely screaming each other, so they both know how each other plays, and LEGO was ready for that heavy sniper mid. But we do see the respawners of LEGO coming in very aggressively before the respawns of Lowpander can come in. But Lowpander is still in a great situation here with the full Uber advantage. We see Zorax actually running in behind, but he gets spotted by Funds. It takes a lot of damage as well. But we do see Lowpander moving in here in the choke area, but I see a drop coming out from Crayon.
Oh.
He just ate a lot of spam there, and Drak hit a nice direct onto him. That's really unfortunate for Lowpander.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when that should have been like a free Uber coming in. You can tell Crown didn't want to have to pop it because if you can get in there, you can probably keep it and stick around for a second. Direct on him, Mr. Epic. He's going to survive anyways, but he totally didn't want to pop that one off, and he ended up dropping it. So that's just what happens sometimes when you're playing Medic sucks, and now they're back on their last point.
Yeah, we see a sentry being built here by Funds, so you're going to be looking to get all the off classes they can get. But we see Lego pushing really fast, and the sentry gets upgraded in the worst possible situation and gets taken down before it can do much. And 2 frags going in favor of Lego, and all of Lowpander is just falling, and the captain from Drak is gonna be enough to make it 4-1.
It just looks like a playground from Lego, this map. They are completely in control of almost every single fight. They're up 4-1 now, this is where the pause happened right after that round went off. So coming to this next mid fight, it's not looking good at all for Lowpander.
Yeah, they have to bring something to the table here. They need to try to get a momentum shift going. I thought they would be able to do it with the 1 round they got, but Lego bouncing back. But a nice frag from Poppy onto Drak, denying that drop down area. We see Lowpander just walking over the point. Hilra's hitting so much damage. A nice bomb coming in from Josh, but it's not enough, and it's only Sorix and Condom alive, and they're separated. So Poppy was trying to chase Condom there, but he was so weak, so he couldn't really chase there. And Sorix hit an impressive frag onto Funds on that middle area.
Yeah, Poppy did a good job that mid. I really liked what he was able to accomplish. Got 2 quick frags in that mid fight, and now they're going to be able to win it. Coming to the second point, there's still quite a bit of time on the board, just over 16 minutes, so we'll see. There's a lot of time for them to come back. This could be a very high-scoring game compared to what we saw last time, as obviously we see already Lowpander are sitting on their second point, and it is 100% for both medics, so they're not going to go immediately, but they've got some time to work with, try to fix their way into this last point.
Yeah, absolutely. Gullywash is a very hard map to push out from, so let's see what Lowpander tries to do here. They still have 16 minutes on the clock, I believe, unless my HUD is broken. So they do have time to bring this map back. So let's see, both solids opting to go on the riverside area. Drak takes a lot of damage, and he gets cleaned up by some nice rockets from Papi and Mookie. And both Mookie and Funds are in the water area here. So let's see what they can do as they go on the point. And they get so much cap on it, they just managed to cap it. Mookie running the pain train, this just shows the strength that Pain Train has. Just getting so much cap time, and no one from Lego was able to respond in time.
That was really incredible the way they were able to push on in that last point. They got the quick frag over in river onto Drak, which was a mistake by Drak. I don't like that he was standing over there. Then they come up from water and, of course, cap that one off. Great play by Lowpander. Maybe they're turning things around.
Yeah, maybe we'll see the momentum shift coming here, as this game is 4-2 now with 15 minutes remaining. A nice bomb coming in from Mookie in the skybox. He has the meme spoon up, but he gets cleaned off. As Poppy as well bombing and gets the frag onto Condom. So let's see if Lowpander can regroup and try to clean up the remaining players. The Sen is in deep onto Crayon. And he hit some nice shots, but what a pipe coming in from Hilrat. But Sorix coming in from the big door area manages to clean Crayon up, and he's still fighting Hilrat there, and he's just juking around. But in the end, Mr. Epic is able to clean him up. What a mid.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Hildreth, that really big pipe just to save Crayon's life, and Crayon jumps straight into a scout and ends up dying anyways. That's got to be frustrating for the Lowpander demo man, but that's the way it goes sometimes. You can't always know exactly who every player is. So it is big Uber advantage for Condom, though. I think he died. But,
yeah, he definitely died in the middle. Papi did a really nice bomb onto him after Mookie got taken out and hit him with 2 nice rockets, but he got cleaned up after that. But Lowpander in the end winning this mid fight. So let's see what they try to do here. But we do see Lego on the Uber advantage, as you said. But it's only a 30% advantage, and it's slipping away here. And the Lego is gonna look to play it safe here.
Yeah, I'm not sure they exactly knew how big their advantage was, because 30, it's pushable. It's not the easiest thing in the world, and because it was kind of like a respawn advantage, like both medics died and Condom just came up like 30% sooner. It's tough to know, so that's fine by them.
Yeah, I believe Lego just want to take it safe here. They're leading the map so far with 4-2 on the board, and they can afford to take it slow and sit back here on the second point. We see a Mookie bomb coming in here, but he gets completely denied from both scouts. No chance will he get close to Condom. He got a rocket onto him, but that's about it.
That's a good point, actually, that you brought up. Maybe Lego just want to take it safe. You can see they're not really opting to do any sort of a counter sack after that Mookie bomb came in and failed. They're just content to sit on this second point, wait for Lowpander to try something else because they've got all the time in the world. And this is an important match for them. Obviously, if they lose it, then they lose the whole thing. They're already down. They lost the first map. So it's important that they win this, and they're not going to be just throwing this game away for sure.
Yeah, we see both Papi and Mr. Epic coming back. Mookie holding the spawn door open. So Papi going the banner loadout that he has. And Mr. Epic comes up on the sniper as well. So let's see what Mr. Epic can do. He's definitely a very competent sniper, as we saw on Reckoner. So he's going to be peeking here on the big doors area. And he gets a nice body shot onto Josh, who got juggled by Mookie there. So he's going to have a lot more ground there to walk forward. Just misses the medic slightly, and Papi gets Drak in the lower area. So good stuff from Lowpander, but Lego is looking to trade his Uber. And look at how late Lowpander pops, as they're going to be looking to chase here. And they get some nice picks. Papi just following perfectly. He gets both Sen and Condom. And Dr. Phil and Sorix drops as well. So only Josh and Drak alive, as Papi has that banner ready. He's going to pop it for this last push. And this must be around here for Lowpander, as they're just locking on the spawn. But they haven't capped second yet. Mookie is standing here capping. And we see the spawners coming in here, but they get a lot of cap time. But he managed to block it here, Lego. But in the end, they get taken out by the position of Lowpander and the man advantage. So good stuff from Lowpander.
Yeah, that was a bit of a questionable pop over on second by Lego as well. They were down 2 and they choose to pop and take an Uber exchange in the enemy team's Uber. I don't really know what they're thinking there, but it didn't work out for them. Obviously, they're gonna go down 4-3 as we come to this next mid fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Hillrat on this mid, see what he does, as he's just exchanging some stickies onto Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil gets knocked down to the lower area, and we see Josh with a big flank coming in, but he doesn't manage to do much there, and it's a 3v3 situation here. 2 scouts for Lowpander and a scout and a demo for Lego, as they're both just sitting behind the point here. Neither team just wants to take the first move here. They're both exchanging some damage, but Sen is so weak. Fun's hitting some really nice meat shot onto him, and Dr. Phil weak now as well. So they're pushing back here. But we see a flank coming in from Sorix. Straight onto Crayon, forces his Uber, and they're gonna be taking the Uber onto Dr. Phil. Manages to get the frag, and Condom is still milking this Uber. Fun's didn't manage to pop it, but in the end, Mr. Epic comes in and forces that Uber very late there for Lego.
Yeah, it was interesting to see what Condom was doing there, because he did drop his demo man, but he just wanted that Uber to be so much better. Doesn't really look like it's going to matter. The big bomb by Mookie somehow doesn't manage to get those frags. I think he was juggled a little bit too far up, so that was worrying, but Zenek is able to clean that one up, so not bad. It is slight Uber advantage for Crayon now, and I wonder if Lowpander are going to try to use that. That's kind of a question on my mind. It's not crazy huge, and it's only because Condom popped so late, but they're already going to lose this middle second point even. Drak does go down to Papi, and they're going to get Starks as well, so I could see them totally popping or pushing out with this Uber charge.
They're looking to go already, but Josh doing a really good job denying Hillrat and Crayon from entering, and it gets the frag onto both of them. They managed to clean them up in the end, but good stuff coming in from Josh, just completely denying the push there.
Yeah, great play by Josh, single-handedly pretty much saving this second point, or at least making it contestable. Mookie's actually bombing on a Condom, but Zenf is able to clean him up, and a good surf by Condom's going to be able to survive there. So they're going to be standing on this second point, being able to hold on to it. It's 100% Uber advantage for Condom. They got to go up against a sniper and an engineer. They pop this off without the sniper getting anything. The gun goes down very, very early. This is a good start, but they need to get some frags to follow it up. Now Condom, the Uber charge is going to be baiting from him. They're going to get the frag on a Hildreth. They lose Drak in return. Condom's trying to heal his player back here. Dr. Phil's taking a lot of damage. They're all over the point. 3 down already on the side of Lego, and I think they're having a rough time of it. Sorix and Condom, the other players alive, but they're going to get the capture anyways.
Yeah, it was so close that they were able to hold that. Mookie actually left the point, and Sorix just sneaked up on it and capped it. So very unfortunate there for Mookie. So as we're going into the ninth mid-fight, this has been a lot of rounds.
It sure has. It's 5-3 is the current scoreline in favor of LEGO. They want to extend that lead if they can. Lowpander trying to come back. A lot of big soldier bombs. It's going to be Josh going to the enemy team's banana, trying to do some spam over there. Mr. Epic gets taken down by Dr. Phil. That's the first frag so far. Sorks on 1v1 with Mookie. Does end up losing that one. See Poppy's over on the enemy team side as well, but gets clobbered on by a couple of players. Josh gets that frag in the end. Hildreth going down as well. It looks like it's going to be a LEGO mid fight. Once again, they're seemingly better at these mids, both on the last map and on this one. Crayon and his team are backing off. They're going to give up second point as well.
Look here, Josh, as he's sneaking up in the lower lobby area, and he gets the frag onto Crayon as well. What a play from Josh there. Absolutely destroying Crayon and the Uber for Lowpander. So full Uber advantage here coming in from LEGO. And I wonder if they will push before the heals even can come in.
Yeah, big plays by Josh. It's the second time he's done that in like 2 minutes. So great job by him. We're going to see the pop in once again. Oh, but they lose Zenth very early. Okay, watch that now because the sniper was actually able to do something before the pop comes in this time. So that could change how LEGO responded. It seems like it is. They're already backing off. They lost their 2 players very early. They're not even going to continue that fight. Backing off. Very smart.
Yeah, very good defense there from Lowpander. Mr. Epic hitting a nice shot, but look at Josh is hiding there above the lower area. But he has not been spotted yet. He has been spotted now. Alright. So we see a lot of captain coming in here for Lowpander. So very good defense there. With 7 minutes on the clock, Lowpander needs to make something happen here to equalize the scoreline.
It's slight Uber advantage for Crayon, but nothing crazy, nothing they're probably going to push off of. We might see things slow down here on this mid to second choke. We'll see though, there's a lot of spam going back and forth, and you can see LEGO's kind of sat a little bit farther back than I'd like them to be. It is even Uber charges, both at 100%, and they're going to pop immediately. Crayon wants to go with this Uber charge advantage, but they're going to lose Hildreth really early, and that's not going to be good for their pop in on this middle point. They see the soldier, Mookie in a tough spot as well, going to have to back off. Meanwhile, over in Big Door, we see a lot of pushing coming out of the LEGO team. Now, they didn't get too many frags in there. They only got Hildreth. And they're still trying to fight over here. They lose Zenith. This could be going poorly for them, but the damage is going to be coming out from both teams. Poppy, Josh, Phil all end up falling. That's 2 on the side of LEGO. And look at this big bomb by Mookie trying to get in on the medic, but not going to be able to do it. Falls to his death. The Storks is doing some damage to him. So only 2 alive on the side of LEGO, and eventually they lose that middle point.
A really good job from the scouts of Lowpander there to pressure LEGO back and actually managed to get both Josh and Dr. Phil as well. So they're going to be capping up the point here. The slight Uber advantage in favor of Condom, but yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's definitely nothing that that LEGO will want to be using here. With only 6 minutes remaining on the clock, they're going to be looking to play it safe here.
Absolutely, they've got a 2-point lead, so they are really looking for that time. The time is not on Lowpander's side, and they need to be very cautious of it. They want to get some rounds, and they want to get them fast. Pushing through under, they're going to find a frag on a Drac. Easy 2v1 pick up there, and we'll see if they can do anything with it. Now with this 1-man advantage, they've got funds all the way in behind. Zorax, I think, knows he's back there, but otherwise the team's kind of scattered. I don't know. We'll see what their play is. Certainly going to be a bombing from Poppy.
Okay. Gets the force as well onto Condom. Sorry for interrupting there, but that was a really good bomb. So Lowpander is sitting here on the full Uber advantage, but Hildreth gets picked off here by Sorex in that elbow area. But he's gonna be cleaned up here by Mr. Epic as well. So I believe Lowpander will just try to wait for at least their demo man here in order to push forward.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't really have the players to push into that second point, but we'll see. They actually get an exchange. Mookie onto Drac. Drac was very alone over in Choke, and he kind of found the entire enemy team. So with that, Lowpander are going to take over this second point, and LEGO just kind of give it up. They're at a big Uber disadvantage, not crazy huge, but enough that they don't want to fight this second point. They're going to have it for last, though, assuming Lowpander want to just run through with it. They are going to.
Yeah, Fun's running onto the point, gets the pick onto Dr. Phil. That's a great pick. And both Mookie and Fun's in this lower area. And Josh is watching for it, but gets some nice rockets onto Fun's. He's so weak, but he managed to pick off Mookie as well with the help of Zenith. So a good defense coming in from LEGO. I believe Lowpander thought they could play the ad there, but unfortunately for them, LEGO got the Uber just in time to defend their last point there. As we see, I believe Mr. Epic fighting on last, gets the pick onto Dr. Phil. And we'll manage to be able to clean off Josh as well. And they get Drac as well, so many picks going in favor of Lowpander here. It's only Sorix up.
Yeah, Mr. Epic just like won a 3v1 on last, and he was going for that back cap, but second point got capped too fast. Didn't matter though, because the enemy team came in as well, or his own team came in, and now they're standing on this last point. They are going to be able to get this round, and it is 5-4 with just over 3 minutes left on the board. It is going to be very close for Lowpander. This last round is so important.
Yeah, there is a team, I'm not gonna name it, that has done it in less minutes than 3. So let's see what Lowpander can do here. Sorix was trying to block the second point there, and it was a very smart play because it was basically the only thing he could do as the last man standing of Lego. We're gonna get into a second, or not a second, a 10th mid-fight.
Yes, we are. We'll see them jumping forward and some good aggression from Lowpander. They're going to send Poppy in the enemy team's big dwarf fairly early, and we can see Lego are playing a little bit more passive. They got to be really careful. They don't want to get rolled back to last. They want to take this. They want to make this last as long as possible. Nobody died so far, but Fun's gonna be the first one. Calm does go down to Poppy over in the back line, so it's currently a 4-on-3. Here comes all the frags in favor of Lego, and they're getting good couple of Dr. Phil Starks, both gonna find 2 on Poppy and Mookie. I think this is going to be it. Lego have managed to win this mid fight, and if Lowpander are gonna do it at this point, it's gonna be very tough. They've got to push pretty far. I think they're fragging the Zenith, but really not what they want. They're still fighting up this upper area. Sorax, is he gonna get the frag on the medic? No, not quite. Mr. Epic saves his medic.
Mr. Epic doing such a good job here defending his medic. And look at the hiding spot Drac is on. I wonder if Lowpander will realize that he's up here, as he's just waiting so patiently. But Hilreth actually managed to spot Drac. That's incredible from Hilreth. What a performance here from the Lowpander demo man.
There's the momentum shift. They've got to go. It's not impossible at this point. Still very doable, but it's not going to be easy. They're going to get the second point completely for free. Conum dying a little bit later there is going to put him in an uber disadvantage. He's at 80% now, so they're going to have it for last, but this is basically the push to end the game. They're going to have more tries if this fails, maybe, depending on how this goes. But we'll see. This one's certainly important for them. Going in through the shutter, popping it off. There is a heavy they got to deal with. Now, Conum has popped the supercharge off as well. Crown's getting barely juggled here. He's super caught in. He should be going down. He's taking a lot of damage. Does die. Josh found that really crisp rocket, and they get Mr. Epic as well. They do lose their pocket soldier in this, so not ideal, but still doing a good job on the defense so far. A little bit of lag, but that's okay. Mookie with the big bomb, going for that medic frag, but getting clobbered on. It looks like he's not going to be successful in that. Fun's all over. Condom again goes down. Drax been hitting 2 clean rockets, and a very solid defense on the side of Lego. Are they going to push out? There's still over a minute.
Yeah, Poppy get a nice frag on Drac as well, and it looks as Lego just wants to turtle up on their last point here. They know that it's the best chance of defending they have. There's no point of going for a risky push out on the second here. So they're gonna be building a sentry here, I believe, on the left hand side of last. But Lowpander is already peeking, and they're gonna be looking to go here any second. But the Uber is up here for Lego, and the Lowpander doesn't have it yet. So we see Fun's actually running in, turning a lot of heads, and he gets some nice damage onto Sorix. They're gonna get taken out by Dr. Phil. And here we see the counter aggression coming in from Poppy, forcing the Uber of Condom, but it's only 20 seconds remaining on the clock. But Lowpander has their Uber. There are only 3 players alive. This would be a miracle if they could make this happen, but it's only Hilreth alive. And he's gonna be sticking up this point, and Creon's just flying from that sentry. It's gonna be cleaned up here any second, and with 5 seconds remaining on the clock, this is gonna be GG for the second map. Lego is taking it 5-4.
Very, very close at the end. Lego gave it, or sorry, Lowpander gave it all they had, but not quite enough as we do hit that time limit. So it is 5-4, and Lego take that second map, meaning we are tied 1-1 in terms of map. We're going to be going to Pro Lands.
This was just what we wanted, a third map. And I just want to state that I was completely wrong in my predictions. I believe that the maps would go reversed. That oh wait, I said Lowpander Reckoner and Lego Gullywash, I believe. So I was correct.
Well, there you go. I think I said the other way. So I think I was wrong and you were right. So I'll give that one to you. Either way, it was a 1-1, so I'm happy. That's basically all I wanted to see. I want to see a third map.
Definitely, but now we have the chance to go for a new prediction on this decider map.
Yes.
That's going to be Pro Lands. What are your thoughts on Pro Lands?
Ugh, I don't know. Pro Lands is it's an interesting map. I'm not sure specifically the differences from Badlands, because in NA we still play stock Badlands. So can you go over those just real quick and talk about how those changes?
overall, it's mostly some clipping fixes as well as removal of some hiding spots and making some hiding spots easier to spot as well. And they've also adjusted the spawn times a bit when you're attacking last, to make it a little bit easier to push out of when you're stuck on that last point.
All right, well that sounds pretty good then. If I had to give a prediction for that map, geez, I don't even know, honestly. I want to say Lego, just based on like when they're winning, they seem to be winning more dominantly than when Lowpander's winning. Just when like they seem to be winning more fights consistently. They'll kind of make some mistakes every now and again, and Lowpander are doing a good job capitalizing off of that. But I think as long as they can keep their form, Lego can win this map over on Badlands or Prolands even.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lowpander. I know that they're usually pretty confident on Pro Lands, so it's gonna be interesting to see. This map could definitely go either way. But I'm gonna have a quick look on the logs here as we see Josh once again hitting that 10k damage and getting the 334 DPM. He's the only one above 300 DPM.
Yeah, you can see consistently across the board, everyone has higher DPM in that match. I think last game there was only like 2 players above 200. This time it's every single player sitting above 200 marks. So that's always good to see. A lot of spam back and forth you can tell was in that game. Yeah, look at these. Ooh.
Yeah, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, looking at these frags, 27, it's Mr. Epic topping that scoreboard. He was on Scout, Sniper, and Heavy. I think the only time Heavy was really coming out was at last and that one first middle fight. So there wasn't too many shenanigans actually coming out of Lowpander during that whole game.
Yeah, and we see Mookie, he actually never went Spy or Sniper on this map. But it looks as both roamers on both the Lego and the Lowpander side were struggling just a little bit. Not having the best KD you can have, but it's expected in such a close game. But Mookie getting the short end of the stick, only hitting 205 DPM compared to Drax 240. Of course, damage isn't everything, but it can definitely be a part of the game outcome.
And we can. I was just gonna say we can see the heal percentages here. Josh has dropped tremendously. He's only at 24%, and he's still putting up that big damage. So I think that's exactly what Lego needed to do. He's soaking up less heals. They're giving Zenith more heals, which is fine. And he's still putting up the damage. He did even more damage than last game. So the fact that he's functioning just as well with less heals is perfect for their team. I think he was a lot better coordinated with Condom and the rest of the players in that game.
Yeah, I think the heal spreads are looking really good for both teams here, and something that we definitely should take our eyes on here is that the fact that the Condom had 5 more Uber charges than Crayon, and if you look at the deaths overall, Crayon only died 1 more time than Condom, so that's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot to read into with that. I like the medic stats a lot, honestly. Just comparing the two, the drops are pretty much even. It's like 1 and 0, so no big changes there. But both medics playing fine for now. Look at the frag zone though, real quick. It looks like kind of back and forth. Lego winning on lasts and on mid, while Lowpander sort of winning on second. I don't know what that really tells you, but again, you can tell it's pretty close in almost every area. 47 to 45 on that middle point, 15 to 16 on Lowpander second. So very close match as we saw, 5-4 scoreline. That's how it's going to be.
Yeah, very, very close game, and I'm very much looking forward to the third map and the decider Prolands here. I can't wait to just get into this game and see the outcome.
Absolutely, and there's a lot on the line too. It is first round of Premiership playoffs, so the winner of this will go on to face the winner of Ascent versus Swift.
Yes,
so
that's correct.
That'll be a really good game too, I'm sure. I think that's being played Wednesday, but don't take my word for that. And then, of course, the loser drops down into the lower brackets. So neither team is out for sure, for good if they lose this. And just based on how close this one, if they face again, it could go either way. But this match is still very, very important. Winning that first round of playoffs is a big deal. You can get a lot of advantages just because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the momentum and confidence going into the second round of the upper brackets. But we are actually going live here on the third map of the upper bracket, round 1, Lowpander versus Lego in the Premiership. So let's see what this middle is gonna look like. Who will you be following to the middle?
I want to see what Dr. Phil does as he's coming out of this one. He's going to be going Shutter. Takes a little bit of damage early here. Josh getting up on that point as well. Poppy's doing some spam. Looks like Dr. Phil's just going to kind of chilling behind, but Zemf going down. The first frag so far. Mookie very, very low, and we can see Poppy's pressuring in on Phil and Condom now. He's doing a good job. There's still some fighting going over this middle point. Looks like they're just going to be scattering themselves. Lego's kind of all over the place, while Lowpander's much more grouped together. Half of them are behind, and half of them are still pushing forward. Josh very low, jumps into the middle point. Just going to die. We'll see if Drac can do anything to get some sort of saving grace at the end of this mid.
Yeah, very convincing mid coming in from Lowpander as they're going to be looking to roll forward. They still see Drac very far behind as he's going to go to this resub area to backspawn most likely and help his team out. But right now he's just hiding in there waiting to see what Lowpander is doing as they're looking to take that top lobby area. And we find ourselves here in the stalemate that's happening every now and then. So let's see what Lowpander's plan is to break it. As they lost Mookie, I believe, who was trying to sack in, so you're holding the Spire currently.
Yeah, Mookie was trying to hide and he kind of got spotted out and spammed to death. So with that one pick advantage, they managed to get Drac somewhat in behind. He's over in, was that Valley? Yeah, he's back there. So we'll see if he tries to get the kill on the respawning Mookie player. I think Mookie's holding the shutter open so Hildreth can go back.
Yeah, he's probably gonna equip the quickie bombs. It's a very, very popular play. Just get that quickie bomb and remove the stickies. But Drac has been spotted here by Mookie. He's gonna be jumping back, and Puppy's here too. But he misses both rockets onto Drac, and he managed to backspawn just in time. We'll see the LOL coming in there from Puppy and the same from Drac. So a bit of a miss there from Puppy.
Yeah, that's pretty funny that he managed to survive there. He should be going down, but it looks like that happens sometimes. Even at the highest level, players aren't going to hit every single shot. So as you were correct, the sticky bomb or quickie bomb launcher has been equipped by Hildreth, and we'll see if he can do some work here on Badlands last. Get those stickies off the enemy team's point and run onto it, or whatever the play may be. It's certainly up to them.
Yeah, we see the play coming in here. Bottom left, both scouts, but Lego was ready for it. But they get the frags onto both soldiers. So interesting stuff. But yeah, that's a play that Lowpander likes to do. They get the quickie bombs to remove the stickies on point, and then they rush both scouts at the bottom right or bottom left, depending on which way you look at it. It's something they can make work every once in a while.
Now, Mookie's kind of just hiding in the same space he was before. I don't think he's going to be too sneaky there, but that's alright. Probably still sitting back on this last point. Josh is on Spy, just checking off classes though, seeing what shenanigans the boys over in blue are pulling, but doesn't seem like it's going to be anything really, as they're still just content to sit back. Funds might be going for something, but he's caught out.
Yeah, he's just going to be looking to head back, and Hildreth looked to be cleaning some stickies here. So let's see what Lowpander tries to do here in order to tackle the last defense of Lego. They have the sentry up there in a very hard spammable spot. Mookie is bombing in here, trying to get something done. It's actually a triple sack coming in from Lowpander. They can't really make it work. As we see Drac on the counter bomb, he's in the face of Crayon, but he misses the air shot. Was very close there. As we see Josh just spamming some rockets onto Crayon, and he's so weak. He's gonna be looking to run into house, but there's Sorex. He's there, and he takes down Crayon. What a nice pick from Sorex.
Yeah, perfectly positioned. He's going to get another one onto Funds. Finally does get taken down, but great play by the scout there, and coordination with the two soldiers as well. Josh and Drac managed to get a lot of damage onto him to make him solo and easily one-shottable by the scout players. So with that medic going down, it is going to be an opportunity to push out on the side of Lego, but they still have their engineer up, and they don't seem to be pushing immediately, so taking their time. I still expect them to push on the second point, though. It's 100% ad.
Yeah, but Badlands is a hard map to push out of, and it looks like Lego doesn't want to take any chances. Mr. Epic is on that sniper, so it's very, very hard to push. We do see Sorex here in the resub area. I do want to give Crayon credit for how long he held that Uber. They had no idea Sorex was sneaking in that house area. So credit to both Sorex and Crayon, I guess.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate drop. It's hard to tell there's a scout there, and especially when you're dodging so many players, it can be tough as a medic. So certainly not a drop he should be too ashamed of. But yeah, you were correct. They aren't going to push out here. Already 85% on the side of Crayon. So they're sitting back here and looking to get into this last point. They're going to have another opportunity here.
Yeah, let's see what Mr. Epic can do on the sniper. He's once again going to be looking here in the main area, see if he can get something done. Misses the headshot onto Josh. But let's see, he's peeking in the toxic area. He's sneaking up, but pumps are being spammed. Pipes are being spammed, there we go. So you can't really get the peek there onto the top left side.
Yeah, now he's rotated once again, trying to get a better angle. Mookie is going to end up falling to Josh. Didn't quite see that, but with him going down, could open things up for Lego. They could try to get a little bit more aggressive, but as you said, it doesn't seem like they really want to be too overly aggressive here, even when they have that 100% ad. Not wanting to risk it. It's a hard last to push out of, and they're content just to chill.
Yeah, with just one pick, it's so hard to get anything done, especially when Mr. Epic is on that sniper rifle. There's such a long sight line here on Badlands, so it's definitely a very hard map to push out of, and neither team want to take any unnecessary risks. But we do see Mookie here on the spy.
And funnily enough, he was already caught out. Sorax pushed pretty forward, and he got him before Mookie even decided to cloak. So they do know there's a spy. Oh, and now he's going to get caught out. He ate a lot of spam. He's still alive. There we go. Finally, Josh finds him. Josh might be getting a little too over-aggressive, though. He pushes everybody back. He's going to be fine. But both off-classes going down on the side of Lowpander. Now we see a little bit of movement coming out of the red team. Lego look like they want to at least look at the second point.
Yeah, D-bomb coming in from Drag. And Crayon actually drops the Uber. Nice coordinated aggression there from Josh and Drak. Very good bomb from Drak, flying all the way from trash onto that Stonebridge area. And Lego is definitely gonna be looking to push here. But we do see Mookie in main, taking a lot of eyes onto him. Basically, the whole of Lego is going back for Mookie. But now they're definitely gonna be looking to go forward here. But the sniper from Mr. Epic here in the choke area halts the push from Lego.
Yeah, you can tell they're having so much trouble pushing into this last point. The entire game they've been sitting on this last. We're almost gonna be getting the end of the round timer. So now they're making a lot of moves. Though they're gonna the frag on a hill drift. They gotta watch out for Poppy, who kind of bombed in behind. And Cornpop actually popped that Uber charge off. I think they were hoping to get a little bit more than they got. They do have this banner out of Josh. Of course, the enemy team is gonna hear that, and Josh isn't gonna blow it just yet. Now he pops it off, and they're gonna be running in this middle point, trying to get some more ground with this, as there's a sniper still shooting some shots at them, but they're gonna be surviving it, and they get the frag on a Poppy. Look at this middle point as well, so that wasn't bad at all by them.
Yeah, Poppy was sent flying all the way to the reset barrier, and he tried to surf on the ledge there to mitigate the fall damage, but wasn't able to do it. And we do see Drak here trying to go for some kind of bomb, and a nice air headshot from Mon, absolutely destroying Drak. What a headshot, absolutely amazing.
Very long range. Now Mr. Epic is kind of being pressured. Sorax is in behind, and they know he's back there, so he's going to be a nuisance in their side, still just running around. He can't cap last yet, but there's a lot of fun going over this choke hand area, and they popped the Uber charge off. Lowpander running forward with this condoms popped in kind, so they're not going to just die to this. Sorax has now aggressed onto the Spire point, and Mr. Epic's going to get taken down by Zenith. Cran in a bad spot. Zenith gets that frag onto him, and now Funz is trying to get the frag, and he does get it right before going down. So with that medic going down, it is going to be even Uber charges as soon as they spawn up. Mookie does get taken down as well, so only one player alive, and it's Poppy back on last. This is going to be the red team Lego capping off this second point, and they're in a position now to get the first round of this game.
Yeah, I felt like Sorax was doing such a good job. But here we see Poppy getting the frag onto Josh, and they get Sorax as well. Maybe a bit over-eager to get that cap going. And they get Drak as well, completely stopping the push of Lego. And the Ubers are completely even.
Yeah, over-eager is exactly what I was thinking as well. They really put a lot of effort into getting that point. And of course, if it worked, it would have been nice, but you can't really expect that to work against a top team like Lego. It'll work, or sorry, Lowpander. It'll work every now and again, but not this time. They lose that second point because of it. Lowpander having no trouble pushing out into that one. Not staying on their last nearly as long as Lego did. So now we're sitting mid to second. Slight ad from Condom. We'll see if they do anything. I doubt it. It's like 10%. But yeah, we'll see who wants to sack in and get aggressive in this stalemate.
Yeah, what I wanted to bring up earlier was that Sorax did such a good job on the Spire, turning so many heads of Lowpander, and Lego just pushed in all that, and they got some nice frags going. and they got Crayon as well, so they were able to get to the Spire. But then a nice denial from Lowpander coming out on that last point to completely stop the push of Lego.
Yeah, there were a few Lego players that were sort of pushing in over that flank area, but nobody ended up dying out of that, and they ended up backing off. So still just looking around, and we'll see what they want to end up going for. Once again, they're kind of in this house area, seeing if they can go forward, find a player who's isolated, or maybe just sack somebody in, go to an off class. Always a good option. But Josh is going to be running straight out here, and they're going to just pop the Uber charge off. This is what they're opting to do. Now, it's much later pop from Crayon, but we'll see how the rest of this Uber ends up unfolding. Drax in a tough spot here. He's going to get pistoled out of the air by Mr. Epic. Other than that, though, every player on Lego has gotten out, so it seems like there won't be any more frags in this Uber fight. We'll see if the post-Uber does anything, but again, it looks like Lowpander are content just to kind of chill out for a little while, getting some damage down onto Josh, but they don't want to get super aggressive after that Uber charge fight.
Yeah, neither team want to make sure that they do not do any mistakes here. Both teams playing very slow in order to try to get the other team to make the first mistake. But I feel like Lego is they're trying to make the pushes work. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get anything going with that push. But Puppy is pretty aggressive here, as well as Drac. He gets some nice damage, but he gets cleaned up. And look at Sen, he's just in the combo. He gets cleaned up. But he's super far in as well, so the Uber actually gets forced here from Lowpander.
Big plays coming out of the soldiers on the side of Lego. Drac a nice air shot in the miss that. And they're still fighting over here. Crown is going to stay alive. The melee weapon coming out of funds gets the frag on a Sorax, and running forward ends up shooting Drac with his gun. So a lot of players dying on both teams. It is going to be a 3-on-4 still alive, and Lego are pretty passive over on that middle point. They're getting a little bit more forward now because there's kind of nobody on the enemy team to still push into this, but good fight back and forth. Now, Condom does have 50% Uber advantage. I expect them to push into the second point with this.
They're looking to go Reese up here, so let's see what they can to make happen here, as Fans is super weak, but they can't make much happen, and Crayon is super far back on that balcony area. They were hoping to catch him off guard, but Crayon is soon gonna have that Uber, but let's see what Lowpander tries to do with it, but it looks like they're just gonna fall back to last here. Look at the aggression coming in from Lego, popping super early, and they can't seem to be able to get anything, but Puppy actually gets dropped from the Uber, so a pretty bad Uber coming in from Lowpander as well, and Josh is just juking this Uber behind, draining all of it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be too consequential for either team, as they're looking at the frag on Mr. Epic. 2 down now. They could try to run into this last point, but it's going to be very tough. There's stickies onto it. They're coming to this right-hand side now, Lego are. They're going to be trying to get some time on it, get about halfway capped off, and they're all over it now. Pappy's on that point trying to deny it. Does get taken out by Zenith, but eventually Zenith does die to Fun, so not really possible for them to get this. Dr. Phil's trying to connect these pipes. He's going to get one, but still pistol down in the end, so ends up trading out 1-for-1. Still better than most demos could have done. But looks like there's only 2 players alive left on the Lego squad, and they're still sitting on second.
Yeah, Uber's pretty much equal here. See Dr. Phil typing in the chat, go away. And Fun saying, I failed my mission. So interesting conversation going on there between the demo of Lego and the scout of Lowpander. So, yeah, go on.
Well, I was just going to say that we're still building back up this gun. Going on the side of Lowpander, right-hand side. Even Uber charges once again, so it's still a 0-0 scoreline. We're waiting for somebody to get around on the board.
Yeah, neither team is wanting to do the first mistakes or the big enough mistakes to grant the other team around. So they're both playing very carefully here. We see a Pyro actually from Funds trying to deny the spam onto that sentry. So let's see what Lego does in order to break this last hold of Lowpander.
They had a lot of options. They could sack some players in. Obviously, it's tough for the enemy team to push out of this map. So they're going to just walk Josh in forward, and he's going to die. He did get the dispenser, though, so good trade by him. They're going to lose another player. Drac dies to the sentry gun. So Engineer, very strong class, it seems, on this last point. And both soldiers going to go down. We'll see if they come up on any banners or off classes or what the play is, but there is some movement on the side of Lowpander.
Yeah, we see the spy on Mookie, but Dr. Phil just gets Mookie with a sticky trap. That's very interesting.
Watch out for Storks, actually, over on the right-hand side. He's still kind of poking in, deciding against it, backing off, but he was pretty far forward compared to the rest of his team. unfortunate spy play, of course, by Mookie, and we'll see what he comes up on.
Oh, look at the Lego push that's just coming in here on the lower left side, and just walking up here on the top here, getting a lot of spam in, but Josh is taking quite a bit of damage, and the Uber gets popped here fairly early, and they try to spam on the sentry, which they do, but Lowpander still has stickies on the point. They are getting the frag onto Josh as well, but a late pop coming in from Lowpander. So there's going to be a 20% Uber advantage here for Lego.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward by Lego. They managed to work Josh in behind, and he got that Uber force out of Crayon anyways, so that avoided it being a total disaster where you're at 100% Uber disadvantage. And I think because of that, it's going to be continuing to sit mid to second, or second to last even. Mookie's up on Spy once again, though, and he just decloaked. Did the scouts see that? I don't think he did, so maybe Mookie can make something crazy happen, but it looks like for now, Condom's sitting pretty far back.
Yeah, Mookie just waiting for the movement of Lego in order to make something happen. He doesn't want to open these doors to make himself be spotted, and he almost gets run into by a scout. Nice headshot from Mr. Epic, taking out Josh, and the Uber has actually been forced here by Lego, taking out that sentry, but the banner is coming here in return from Papi. Gonna be looking to just push with that banner and keep the Uber, I believe. And Mookie gets taken out by Sorix here, who's in the trash area. He's gonna get cleaned up here by both scouts, and Drak is actually on that top left balcony. They just get rushed by both scouts of Lowpander, so Lowpander is gonna be looking to take some cap time here and get Spire. Great push from Lowpander.
Yeah, I like the idea from Lego there. You've got 30% ad, let's just push in and see if we can make something happen in this game. But unfortunately, they lost Josh right as that Uber charge came in. And this is kind of the problem we saw over on that first map, Reckoner, as well, where you're dropping that pocket soldier right before the Uber comes in. And that never works out for you. As you see, Mr. Epic's charging across the point, does get taken down by the stickies of Dr. Phil. Now, Sorax is in behind, still fighting over on this middle point. Josh is going to be jumping forward and doing a lot of damage to all the players, making sure they can't get onto this middle point. Now they have to fight Sorax, who's sitting back on that enemy team Spire. They're all running forward as well, so it's a sandwich type play happening here. Poppy does get taken down as the Uber charge is popped out of Crown. Condom does have his as well, but choosing not to pop it just yet. He doesn't even have to this entire fight, so with only 2 alive, make that 3 now as they hit that respawn. This could be the first round for Lego if they want to get on this last point.
Yeah, with full Uber advantage and only 3 players up for Lowpander, 4 now. You're just opting to go straight onto the point with stickies, and the Uber actually gets popped here now, but Josh actually gets dropped once again. Mookie tries to eat a sandwich onto the point, but he gets cleaned up by some nice pipes of Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil just stands on the points to cap it out with pretty much no people alive here for Lowpander on this last push.
I often get nervous when I see a solo Uber on demo end, just because it can be kind of hard to get stuff done. But I mean, when you hit pipes like Dr. Phil does, it doesn't matter at all. They're gonna get that first round on the board, and we'll see. Do you think it's gonna slow down or finally speed up in this game?
Yeah, I think that Lowpander will have to speed it up now. At the 0-0, no one really had to do it, but Soix rushes Hillrat, but he gets taken out with by a nice pipe from Hillrat. And we see Josh coming in from behind. He's on the train, but Lowpander is so aggressive that Crayon is all alone, and Josh is a nice air shot onto Crayon, but he gets cleaned up. So in the end, it's a middle for Lowpander.
Yeah, Josh really the only silver lining on the side of Lego in that midpoint fight there. So good job by him. Being able to equalize those Uber charges is going to be really important as we come over to the last point. I don't think they're going to be able to get that second. Now you see already Lowpander standing on it. So Lego are content just to get back to last, it seems. They're going to pick up a frag on the flank over onto Funds. That's good for them. And Drak looks like he wants to contest the Spire point, and it seems like they're going to be able to do it. Everybody on Lowpander's backing off, so they'll get it right back after Lowpander capped it off, and we're still sitting on this mid to second stalemate.
Yeah, and Lowpander is the ones that has to be moving forward here soon. With 10 minutes left on the clock and 1 round down, they're going to be making something happen here. We see both teams on the cookie cutter classes here, so no off classes for either teams.
Not yet. We could see somebody sack in and change off. Obviously, Lowpander are kind of in the position where they need to do something. It is 1-0, so 1 round from either team changes the landscape tremendously. As we're still fighting on this mid to second point. So both medics at 100%. We'll see. I expect to see some sort of a bomb interplay. It is going to be Mookie getting forward, focusing Josh, it seems like, and just backing off. Does end up dying in the end by Dr. Phil. We'll see if there's any retaliation on the side of Lego, but they're content just to sit back as well. That's not a bad option.
Yeah, they definitely want to play safe, but Drag trying to go for the so-called shadow burn bomb, where you just fly on into valley and just surf the edge there in the valley to fly sky high, but unfortunately misses the jump.
And now we still see spam going down in-house. No team willing to move just yet. Spamming back and forth. We'll see. Again, it's just kind of more opportunities for Lowpander. That last time, it didn't work out great for them. They didn't really lose anything either, so they can try it again. They can try something different, go for an off-class, whatever they plan to do. They've kind of got a lot of options here.
We see a double solid bomb coming into this resub area, but the players of LEGO are so passive here in resub that they can't really get much done. We see Funds actually in behind here, and Mookie's gonna get cleaned up here in the resub area. So let's see if LEGO will want to do anything here with pretty much 4 people down here or 2 people down, sorry, for Lowpander, since Funds is sitting here on last.
Yeah, they do know he's back there. You can tell they're looking for him, so that is kind of causing a few players on the team not to be focused so much towards the team in front of them. And maybe we could see Lowpander taking advantage of that. Meanwhile, in the backlines, Funds is going to trade with Drax. So that's 5v5 now coming out here as we're still just kind of sitting back and forth. I doubt we'll see any commitment, but it is Mookie doing the same sort of thing he was doing before, but now he's going for that Market Gardener once again. Con smartly not going to get killed by it this time, as Sorok is able to clean up the bombing soldiers. So
I managed to strafe away in just the last second there, and I wanted to go back to Funds there. He did a really good job trading with Drac there because there was 3 players coming back to clean him up. And now let's see if Lowpander opts to go for any off classes. They do not. So let's see what Lowpander tries to do here with 8 minutes remaining on this clock, and 1 round advantage here for LEGO.
Poppy wanted to do something, but he ate a lot of spam right before he could go. It's going to be Mookie instead then. This is his 3rd time bombing in the enemy team's combo, and his 3rd time failing. Big rocket from Josh actually hit that air shot onto him, denying him for the 3rd time. So we'll see if he can do anything. Drax in a 1v1 with Funds, and Funds is kind of finding Sorax, does end up falling in the end. So that's a 2-player advantage. I could see LEGO pushing out off of this if they really want to get aggressive. Sorax is over in this valley area, but he's going to just survive, not getting any frags off of it. Seems like LEGO are still content just to chill and not wanting to push off that just yet.
Yeah, Dr. Phil actually needs the pipes. He has to retreat to his medic there to get some heals. And Lowpander is continuously trying to make something happen, but they're getting denied in almost every single play they do here. I would really like to see an off class, and here we go. Mr. Epic coming up on that sniper class. So this is what I wanted to see from Lowpander. Mr. Epic being a very talented sniper, as previously stated.
Yeah, he's looking over at this valley area, changing around now, though didn't see anybody, so we'll see if this can finally do something different. The bombs weren't working out. We'll see now. They might do bomb ands, then peek Mr. Epic. That is going to be the play. Mookie goes out, but Dr. Phil is not turning around at all. They know this game, waiting for that sniper and totally not buying the Mookie bait. Cleaned up in the end by Sarax. Great job by LEGO.
Yeah, both scouts running back for Mookie, and Mookie had no chance of getting out of there alive.
Still sitting at 100%, both teams. We're going to see the soldier respawning pretty quick here. And still lots of opportunities for the sniper as well. Mr. Epic could be going in and trying to get some things here. So he's going back over towards Choke. Oh, now he's going over towards House. So still a lot of back and forth, and it's really all on Lowpander. LEGO have been doing a great job stalling these pushes so far.
Yeah, Mon really wanting to peek that choke area, but he gets denied. Dr. Phil is holding that area, and he's not letting go. Not even when Mookie jumped behind, Dr. Phil was still sticking that choke area. See some aggression on the reset there by Funds, but he opts to go back. We see Puppy pretty aggressively gets taken out there by Dr. Phil. So we actually have a spy here on Mookie, sitting behind.
Yeah, I think the Poppy was going for some sort of a distraction play for Mookie, but Mookie smartly didn't even decloak because Poppy's bomb failed so early. So, again, you can tell they're a little bit paranoid about a spy. They don't suspect, like, they don't have any reason to know there's a spy, but you can tell condoms turning around quite often. Mookie going spy is not a rare occasion, so they're worried about it, they're cautious, but they're not super concerned, and so it's still possible for Mookie to get something crazy.
Yeah, I believe what Puppy wanted to do was just jump in a bit and then curve back to take some eyes onto him, but he got caught off there in shock. He has actually the cloak there, Mookie, but he gets cleaned up by both scouts. They had the eyes on him and they were ready for the Mookie spy.
Yeah, good spy awareness, as I said, they kind of expected it, and they were cautious for that. So able to clean it up before it causes any real damage. And Lowpander, they're just kind of banging their head against a wall. They can't seem to find anything that works against the solid LEGO defense. They have not been able to crack this point in a long time. And eventually, this round, their round time is going to expire if we don't see any movement in the next 3-ish minutes, 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, and it's not great for Lowpander if the round timer expires, because then there's only 1 minute left on the clock.
Yeah.
So Lowpander looking to go into house and see if they can make anything happen, as Uber has actually been forced here by Lowpander, but they can't even force the Uber here from Lego. Mr. Epic is trying, but he can't make it happen. So full Uber advantage now for Lego, sorry, and the banner has been forced as well from Lego. So Lowpander has to fall back here, but a nice air shot from Drac onto Mookie, and Sorex cleaning it up in the end, but what a shot from Drac.
Now Poppy did a really smart thing. He bombed perfectly timed, managed to get the force out of Condom, and now he's still fighting over on second. He should lose his life as Zenith is still chasing him down there. We'll see. He's just kind of ignoring him now. But Dr. Phil and Josh both get taken down. Those are two pretty big picks on the side of Lego and on the side of Lowpander, and now some movement is happening. Sorox is still fighting over on middle, but he's being 2v1'd, and with not a lot of health, he is going to end up going down. Only 3 Lego players live, so finally something has worked. We have some movement as Lowpander capping off the second point. They've got about 3 minutes to get into this last point now.
Yeah, Lowpander were ready for the backup attempt, and they managed to clean it up fairly comfortable. As we see the last stalemate here from Lego, and they have a sentry here, but Lowpander just coming in here with the small Uber advantage that they have, managed to clean up the sentry, putting up stickers on the top right area. Neither team is wanting to left their top area. Mr. Epic getting some cap time here on the point, but he gets cleaned up by Drac, and the frags are going all in Lego's favor. But look at the cap time, just 3 people on the point, that they actually managed to make it 1-1. No one was looking there on the point.
Everybody died at the end, but the point still got capped off, and that means we're tied 1-1 with under 3 minutes left on that clock. So this could be it. It was unfortunate that Lego couldn't hold on to that one for them, as they should have expected that point push coming in. But here we go, third mid fight of this map.
Yeah, let's see what Dr. Phil does on this middle, as he's taking a lot of damage. He's just back in choke, and Lowpander is just rolling forward, getting so much damage done, but it gets cleaned up as well. Both soldiers here for Lowpander, and it's only just the Hildreth, I believe it's Mr. Epic, yeah, and Crayon alive, and Hildreth is managing to jump back here. So I believe Lowpander just want to slow the game down now completely and try to wait for that golden cap.
Absolutely. The fact they lost that mid is awful for them. They spent so long trying to get that point. They finally do it, and then they just get completely rolled. If they lose this here, it will have all been for naught. So they've got to be really careful. Of course, both medics stayed alive. It is 100% from both sides. About a minute and a half to go, so Lego have a little bit of time to work with here. They can stall it out for a bit if they'd like. But of course, they're kind of in the driver's seat at this point. They can't really lose. They can basically worst case for them is they go into a golden cap.
Yeah, I think Lego is just gonna wait the timer down enough so that no sneaky push can come from Lowpander, and they're opting to go the lower left area once again, taking over that top left, getting some nice damage here on the Lowpander players, but not much more than that, as we see a little bit of lag, but they get a quite nice cap time here, as we see a Solly who's juggled up on top of the point, but he's gonna get flamed here by the pyro from Fans. So 1 man down from both sides. We see aggression coming in from Lego onto the point, getting so much cap time, and they actually managed to cap the point as well. Sen managing to stand on that point and making it 2-1 with 30 seconds remaining. That's gonna be a GG. Lego winning this map in a 2-1 fashion, and that's gonna be 2-1 in the maps overall to Lego.
Yep, that is the end. Lego will be moving on in the upper bracket. Lowpander being forced down into the lower bracket in the ETF2L Season 28 Prem playoffs. GG is going up for the players, as you said, and that is the game. So, players leaving the server. It was a really, really good one. I'm super happy with that match.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so close on every single map, and I wanted to shed some light on the round that Lowpander got, because it was very strange how they actually managed to get it. They had a really bad Uber on that Haunter area, not even managing to force the Uber from Lego, and then they somehow managed to bring it back and get around of it.
Absolutely. Now, I believe we're going to be looking at some logs, and then we're doing some interviews here. So we got them up on screen now, and I'm looking at the damage numbers. I think the highest was 231 coming out
Oh,
of Dr.
look at
Phil.
Dr. Phil. Look at
Very
his
nice.
stats. 16 kills and 4 deaths. It's really impressive, and it didn't take a lot of damage either, so very, very good stuff coming out there from Dr. Phil, and I believe that was the deciding factor in this map in the end.
Absolutely. Dr. Phil the whole game, as well as Josh. Josh was doing a lot of work as well. Maybe less so in that first map from Josh, but certainly maps 2 and 3, Dr. Phil and Josh kind of ran the show, and they were able to come out on top for their team here. Obviously, the rest of the players, Sorax, Drak, Zenith, and Condom did very well as well, but those are the two big players I felt in this matchup.
Yeah, as a pocket scout, we see Sen here on the lowest of damages and sitting on 9 kills and 8 deaths. But that's what happens in a slow game like this. It's not much that you can do as a pocket scout more than just sitting on your medic and waiting for people to jump into your medic. And I also want to shed some light on Sorex. He's been doing pretty well here on this last map, getting 19 kills there and 11 deaths. So it's a good stuff from Sorex as well.
Yeah, we can sort by deaths now. Of course, Dr. Phil very low with 4. Condom as well, only 4 deaths. 5 from Crayon, so pretty much equal there. 22 from Mookie. Mookie did not have a great game there. 5 and 22, a .2 KD. That's not great. That's the same KD as Crayon got.
Yeah, he was trying constantly to make stuff happen, and he just bombed into a very coordinated Lego and got cleaned up most of the time. So not having the game he expected there. I also want to point out that the Drak had 7 air shots.
Oh boy, yeah. That's not a stat I look at a whole lot, but certainly it's flashy and it's going to be good for the frag video if you can get those air shots. It's nice for your ego. We got heals up now. Josh going back to his over 30% heals. 31 now, but Dr. Phil not too far behind, 27 heals. They won, so it worked out for them. So, I mean, you can't say much with that.
These heals are expected from a game like this, where when it's slow, it's mostly going to be the Pocket Soldier and Demo Man taking most of the heals, exchanging that damage in the choke points. But something that's pretty weird here is that Sorex and Drak only have 8 and 6% heals. Meanwhile, the counterparts on Lowpander having 18 and 9.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like the drop stat here too. 2 drops compared to 0. Good game by Condom to not drop at all, but Crayon dropping twice there. I don't remember exactly what the drops were from. Do you? I think it was just kind of bombs and stuff, and that scout that went behind at 1.2.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but we do have some players to interview here. So first off, let's see, we still have them muted. Let's see if we can get them unmuted. First off, congratulations to Lego, and we have the representatives being Condom and Dr. Phil. So congratulations to your victory.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How did it feel coming into this series? Did you feel confident?
Personally, I felt fairly confident.
Yeah, I was
I
looking.
knew it could be really close games, and it turned out to be really close games.
Yeah, good stuff there. Yeah, Hildreth, your team, you had some really good pushes, and you tried so much there on Prolands, but in the end it wasn't enough there.
Yep.
So any thoughts on what could have gone differently there on the last map?
Well, I don't know. We're just playing with a random lineup that we thrown together last minute, and we've not been practicing. So I know we're playing Badlands, so we kind of really don't. We're just doing what we normally do. If we were practicing a bit more, we could try different things and different strats. But we're just playing the same way we always have done. It's a bit predictable.
Yeah, so Let's see, Cornpop, do you have any questions you want to bring out here in the beginning?
Yeah, I think specifically towards Lowpander, Hildreth, you're in here. On that second map, I noticed you guys tried to run that sniper heavy mid the first round, and it was perfectly countered by Lego. The rest of the map, you never tried it again. Do you think that was something you expected to come out of the Lego guys? You expect them to counter you, or how did that influence your later mids?
No, I just didn't do it again.
Yeah.
Problem with our team is we have this feeling that this thing that in our heads that teams aren't gonna eventually try and counter us, so we just do the same shit all the time and fail. So we just started playing regularly, or just cookie cutter, and it worked a little better. But our mids were generally pretty bad the entire game. The entire game they were pretty bad on every map, and that was probably the difference today. If we can get some mids going, and some momentum, then we're doing pretty good. But like not on one, we didn't get to control one map. Which when we start controlling the maps, we play a lot stronger. But we had to play from behind almost every map, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, it felt like you always had to claw your way back. Obviously, Gullywash being a very good example of that, being 3-0 down, but you managed to claw your way back. But in the end, you didn't manage to do it all the way there.
Yeah, and it was the middles that set the tone really. Like losing the first round is fine. It's whatever. Going 3-0 down just makes things really hard for you. On
Yeah,
Gullywash.
absolutely.
We didn't like to even get it that close. Was pretty unexpected. So.
You did a good job there, clawing your way back.
I thought we were really unlucky on Badlands. Like that last push, I'm just spamming the point, and somehow I don't do any damage to the scout on that point.
Yeah, that's definitely very unlucky.
Probably because I spent the entire game with like 80 FPS. But what can you do, eh? Bad luck.
Yeah,
we'll get them next time.
Yeah, so you will be knocked down to the lower bracket, but you still have your chance of finding your way back to the lower bracket. Something that I also wanted to bring out, we had quite a lot of pauses as well.
Yeah, that was mostly me. Well, one time it was Pappy. It was mostly me trying to sort my issues out, but they weren't going to go away.
Yeah, that's very unlucky. Something that I wanted to bring out as well is that we didn't see Mookie on spy at all on Gullywash there. Obviously, it was a much faster paced game. Was that why we didn't get to see the CCTV plays from Mookie?
Well, I'm guessing probably because we were quite far behind. I don't know. You have to ask him, but
yeah,
we couldn't really like gamble and wait 2 minutes for him to get a kill.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We just had to just try and win some fights on the flank, which we managed to do on most times.
Yeah.
One last question I want to throw towards the winners of the match here, Condom Dr. Phil. Going forward in the tournament, you're going to face either Ascent or Swift in the next round. How are you feeling about that matchup? Who do you expect to play, and how do you expect to do in that game?
Well, I think it's safe to say that we expect to play Swift, but you never know with Ascent. I guess you could call them the dark horses now. So if we're expecting Swift, we played them before, know what to expect, know what to do against them, but it's going to be a close match, just like today.
Yeah, I believe we can pull it off though.
Alright,
we'll have a full lineup as well.
Maybe.
Well, thank you guys for coming in here. It was a great match to watch, and I'm sure we'll see a few more. So, do we want to do some shoutouts before we head off the cast? We can just go down the mumble.
Oh, is that me? Oh shit. Yes. Alright. Shout out to our manager Tweak. Shout out to Demul for having a shitty fucking PC. And shout out to my boy Mundi.
Alright, Dr. Phil, do you have any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out also to our manager Tweak or Amy. Shout out to Demul. Get your shit sorted, please. Shout out to Samuel Sol and Ison.
Alright.
Oh, and Drak.
Oh yeah, and Drak. And Ryan with me.
Hildreth, do you have any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out to Cornpop for having a Kellogg's Pops avatar and his name being Cornpop. That's insane. Oh, and I shout out to everyone at Sweetland and you guys for casting, my team for existing, I guess. Pappy on the Ridden. Shout out to Pappy. Shout out to who's the other guy that played for? Oh yeah, Crayon. Shout out to Crayon. What a gamer. And finally, shout out to Komori.
All right. I'm gonna throw my shout out at my rec post. I am currently looking for a team. Yep.
Wow. Shameless.
Shameless plug. And I also want to throw a big shout out to Gemm for observing this, as well as to Cornpop for casting this very close matchup with me.
Well, thanks, guys. And with that, I think we're going to close off the stream. So be sure to tune in later. We will be having more ETF2L Prem coverage. Season 28 coming up in the next few weeks and maybe later this week as well. So my name's Cornpop. Obviously, I've been casting here with Alba. Gemm's been on production, and we've had Condom, Dr. Phil, and Hildreth in with the interviews. We'll see you next time.